Salty Banter Live. Get your fucking shit together. It's Salty Banter Live. Reefing mates and plenty of piss takes. Let's talk reefing, the show's about to begin. We've got Dave who's just bought some sticks. How are they doing and are they sticks with dicks? We've got Rob, he's old and smells like piss. When he goes to the bathroom, he's guaranteed to miss. We've got Steve, who can't stop buying corals, flaunting himself like a whore with no morals. We've got the legend that is Jim with his beautiful tank. I give it 30 seconds before he shouts, "Fuck off, you wank!" We've got Lee, the one-armed reefer from Wakefield. Keep your bottles of lanthanum tightly sealed. We've got Liam, who once claimed a shark as his own. Now he is fighting, so they are left alone. We've got G Laser from Mantis Reef. For healthy fish and corals, he's the fucking chief. We've got Jason from Maryland, who likes to get his kicks from sending people he hates bags of jelly dicks. It's Salty Banter Live. It's Salty Banter Live. Grab your bollocks and give them a trim. The fucking show's about to begin. It's Salty Banter Live.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Salty Banter Live 5. How is everybody?
Alive.
Well, yeah.
Alive. Salty
Shots
Banter
from the
Live.
intro.
Very good.
Just got a waft of piss there.
Not to be pedantic, Rowan, but technically I'm from Bradford.
Oh, you told me Wakefield.
I live in Wakefield, but I'm from Bradford.
Oh, fucking Wakefield it is then, Lee.
Wakefield.
Yeah, current.
I haven't
location
sent any
only.
bags of dicks to anybody recently.
Yeah,
Can I just say, if Rob's going to leak any piss, can I sit
yeah,
somewhere
it's going to be
else?
dribbling on you, mate.
But his aim's quite bad, so it could at least.
Yeah, probably being Jim, to be honest, in his ear.
Fucking lovely.
Well,
So just
apparently urine's really good for your tank, Steve, so it'll drip in there. It'll be better than no pot flow anyway, won't it?
So
I don't know how much people in comments have realised what's going on. So we decided, whilst in the green room, to test when YouTube decides a word is too rude to then actually be posted in comments. So we started with balls, which got through. Then we started escalating things with hairy balls, also got through. And then I'm not reading the rest. But other people have been saying hello and things in the comments and just think you're all just shouting the word cock, flange, minge, anal, anus, and the list goes on. Anyway, let's jump into the comments and say hello to the people that are unfortunate enough to be watching. Good evening, Dan. Nice to see you.
Right up there, Dan.
Fuck off, Dan.
Fuck off, Dan. Did you just say?
I'm the dick, right? I got to tell everybody to fuck off.
Perfect.
Makes sense.
You've already made it past the 30 seconds before shouting fuck off, you wank. So. Good evening, Terry. Thank you for joining. Nice to see you. Jazz, hello. How's the parrot?
Noisy, hence why I'm on mute.
quite a lag there. Good evening, Mr. Banana. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Anthony, good evening.
Evening.
It's all the same people, Oh, good evening, Lee. Nice to see you. Johnny B. Good evening, Johnny B.
What's up, John?
Evening,
Hey,
John.
John.
Neat.
Yeah, so we got Emma. Good evening.
Evening.
Oh, Joe's jumped in. I kind of forced him into it. I was like bombarding him. Here's a link. Oh, did I send you a link, Joe? I'll just send you another link. Did I send it via Instagram as well as YouTube?
I am quite jealous of Joe because of where he lives, because I've been to Elgin and it's absolutely stunning. Beautiful. place.
Beautiful part of the world.
North of
Shared
Brantford?
Shared some pictures on WhatsApp group anyway. That must be a long time ago because that bridge has gone.
No, nice to see you, Joe. Although Joe's hair suggests he's from Liverpool. Is
Yeah.
that a racist thing to people from Liverpool?
No, definitely not.
Liverpool. Good evening, Reese. Nice to see you, you legend. Good evening, Bernadette. Nice to see you.
Talk hands.
Miss Barr. Good evening, Haley. Nice to see you.
Okay.
JC's Reef. Jesus is in the house. Good evening. Good evening, Kyle. Nipples out. Time to party. What a legend.
Yes.
You win
Sun's
best
out,
comment
tits
of
out.
the night so far.
Is it just the nipples though? So is it like a t-shirt with two little holes in?
I don't know whether I would prefer that or not.
But then you get sunburn just on your nipples,
Yeah, you wouldn't want that.
and that's brutal.
Painful. That's painful.
Sunburnt nipples is brutal.
Yeah.
Good evening,
Just have to put
Aaron.
the clips on.
That's good.
I know because this nipple's sunburnt right now.
Oh.
Oh, get a slip, did it?
How
Slipped
did
out the side.
How did it happen?
Well, I was sitting on the beach, like Shamu, sitting on the beach. And the sun was more over here
Enough
than it
green
was up
face.
here. So this side of me is burnt.
So side boob.
Yeah, so like from that center line on is burnt.
So did
So
it
did-
only burn like the right side of the nipple and the left side of the nipple is
I
okay?
know it got the whole fucking nipple.
The whole nipple.
It's a little.
Wow.
Is
Nice.
it tender?
It's kind of nice, but not really.
It tingles for fun.
It's like
Well, this is going well. Good evening, Milo. Nice to see you. Good evening, Will M.
Good evening.
Who else have we got here? Everyone's chatting amongst themselves. Oh, good evening,
Evening, Matt.
Matty boy.
Hello.
Matty boy.
And I think, oh, no. Here we go. Fish Ventura. Good evening. Legend.
And there's Tommy B, I can see.
Jamie's on. Good evening, Jamie.
Evening,
He's been
Jamie.
out with his kids fishing for the first time ever.
He's still fishing now.
First time
Properly
ever
with
fishing?
a rod, or just with a net and in
Is-
a shop.
His boy's first time.
Oh, I mean,
Fishing.
with a fishing with a rod, or just with a net in shop where he works.
Well, with a rod, so it was a beautiful story, right? He was telling me this story. You know, I'm taking my boy fishing with my first fishing rod. So I'm passing the trophy down through the generations, and he then looked outside, and the boy was smashing fuck out of it on the driveway.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Some whip
Joys
to
of
it.
having kids, right there.
Good evening,
Story
Chris.
of my life.
Nice to see you.
Even Chris.
Oh, Jamesy boy, that's James from Eden. Good evening. What is his avatar? Is that a mask?
He looks like a paintballing mask of some sort, or some form of breathing device.
Yeah.
Is
Is
that the
that,
Gimp
gentleman that
mask.
I met?
I think he's giving away some kink there. Just
Yeah,
saying.
gimp mask, definitely.
Good evening, Roxanne. Nice to see
Hi,
you.
Roxanne.
Hello, love.
What else have we got?
I've made sure the birds are quiet again tonight for you, Roxanne.
Well, I thought they were going to talk with Liam's parrot.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
That'd be
Be
cool.
amazing.
Fuck's sake.
I'll play shit on his head.
Do it live.
Oh, love it.
Fuck off over there.
The monkey gonna wink. The monkey gonna wink him next.
Her name's Jasmine, but yeah, hopefully.
Oh,
So she's gone.
so Joe is saying the mullet is a brand thing now. I might shave it
Oh.
for charity. Shall we target for it? I mean, you're what to shoot at? Or
Is he going to
Guns
target
or-
or get to shoot at him?
Good
I
evening,
understand the
Tommy
brand
and
thing. I
Sharon.
mean, you know, I was going to put a shirt with sleeves on today, but I was like, I can't do
What?
that. Yeah.
just
You should have done it for the shock value.
Yeah.
shirt with sleeves, but one nipple cut out.
I actually did wear a shirt with sleeves on it the other day while I was at the beach. One day. It was
How
weird.
did you burn your nipple if you had a sleeves?
It was just
No
sleeves.
sleeves. No sleeves for normal.
Yeah. Just the
Just had
Sleeves
sleeves
and
on.
Well, I mean, we went to dinner, so I thought maybe I should put a t-shirt with sleeves on it. I was dressed up.
Mm.
Did it feel like a straight jacket?
You posh bastard.
It was like wearing a jacket. Yeah, it's like, oh.
Good evening, Spillers Reef. Who else have we got? Here we go. Oh, good evening, James. You better stay on a bit, James. I've got a little
Nasty
bit of a
boy.
shout out for you coming. So,
Damn.
Oh no.
I think, are we there? Oh, Dave's Reef. Good evening, Dave's Reef.
We're
Oh,
going to have a
Yeah.
fucking bird flying around all night.
Sorry, it's either he doesn't fuck off
Oh, dear.
or he don't shut up.
well curious. Does he shit in the tank?
I was going to say, yeah. Can I actually just rip? the
No,
fucking
but I
fish
tried
out of
asking
the
a question last night about parrots, and that got ignored. Yes, it was, yeah.
Funny enough, Liam, the best person to ask is Australian Reefer because he has that big blue parrot in his garage, doesn't he, with his tanks.
Yeah, so my question with it is because it creates quite a lot of dust. Sorry to skip it. It's so they create a lot of dust to do with their feathers, and I'm getting a little bit of settlement on top of the tank. The top of the tank's open. I don't know if it's harmful or not. I've done a bit of googling and la da da da, but they're saying that it's calcium dust. I don't fucking know.
My dad used to have to.
I can't believe you didn't dress as a
If
pirate.
he rips a shit right now, I'm dead. I might have to tap out.
Brilliant.
I may die.
Sorry.
I mean, that's going to go right down your nose at that angle. Seriously.
Oh, in his left eye.
I mean, that's a pretty damn awesome bird.
Sorry.
Yeah, Liam, let's have a look at that T-shirt you've got on, mate. Once your parrot fucks off.
Yeah, it looks like a quality T-shirt.
You bellends.
Nah.
Good evening, Elisa. Thank you for joining. It's the
Hi,
pocket
Elisa.
rocket herself. And I think, yes, I think that is us all caught up. Thank you, everybody in the comments, for joining. I really, really appreciate it. Jason, what is going on in your reefing world other than your gyre sucking air?
Yeah, piece of shit. So I was just on vacation, so gone from the tank for a week. Came back, everything's pretty good. Still got a bunch of hair algae. Didn't go anywhere while I was gone. Have to up my AFR dosing because everything's a little bit low. So I'm gonna go from 5 mils to 7 mils a day.
You have to retake your mortgage out, mate. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did a water change today and dipped that fucking torch that's gonna die. I know that fucking torch is gonna die. Fucking bastard. I hate torches. I keep buying them, but they always
They're like
fucking die.
plants, Jason. You speak to them nicely and they grow.
Yeah. Well, I can kill a plant too, let me tell you.
Have you tried like Audrey 2ing it? Just like take that instead.
It actually does look a little bit better now. I dipped it. And
What are you dipping it in then?
KCL, and then I did an iodine dip too.
What's it got? Flatworms or some bacterial infection? Or?
I don't know. I came back from vacation. It looks like dog shit. So,
Is anything nip at it?
well, I mean, we all know about my clownfish, so it could be. I almost had a clownfish take a header out of the tank today, but fortunately, he bounced off my arm when he ejected from the tank, trying to attack me.
Were you just standing next to the tank flexing?
No, I stuck my hand in there to grab something, and
You got a flash of that crusty nipple and thought, I'll have a bit of that.
dirty bastard. I hate those clownfish. I absolutely hate those clownfish. So, but I told him, I'm like, you bastard, you jump out of the tank, I'm going to leave you on the floor.
I mean, you got a real whack with words.
Complete disregard.
Jason, did you buy the torch or are you renting it? I just saw Elisa's comment. I just didn't know whether they were rental torches you've got.
Torches are rental.
I mean, that's kind of true.
They're so dramatic.
They absolutely are. And this one's been doing well, so I don't know what the deal is with it. It just randomly looks like dog shit. It's all retracted.
How
Everything
long
else
were you
looks
away
fine.
for?
Huh?
How long were you away for?
A week.
Okay. And who was looking after the tank in your absence?
Oldest son,
Okay.
who also has a tank.
Yep.
So, everything's good. They did, everything else is great. So I don't know, just one of those things. We'll see what
Have
it
you
looks
got
like
any
in a day or
Donnies?
two. So,
So if you think Torches are temperamental and drama queens, you want to try a Gonny.
no, already been down that road. Never again. I moved a Ghani this far, from this spot to this spot. It was
dead.
It was open and doing well. I moved it an inch and a half, and it was dead in like 2 days.
Wow.
Nothing.
Is that into the power head?
not even. It's like from this spot on the rock to this spot on the rock. It was a very low rock, like right down at the bottom, but moved it like an inch, inch and a half, and dead. Fuck that.
Bernadette wants to know where you went on vacation.
Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Delaware.
You probably don't even know where that is.
I don't know where it is, but I have heard of it.
America.
Is it near Tupperware?
No,
Yeah.
not
Anywhere?
Is it further north of underwear?
That was the first state. Delaware was the first state.
What does that mean?
After we
When
kicked your
Is
asses,
it next
we
to
made
Delaware?
we named it Delaware.
After
Oh,
we
yeah,
broke
we
a
gave
foot
that
off
shit
in the
back
British
to them.
ass,
Went, fucking me, don't want that anymore.
first
Is it-
state after that was Delaware.
Well, Delaware, it's right next to Runaware, Rodaware, sorry.
What the?
Fucked it, Lee. Fucked it.
So yeah, absolutely fucking butchered that.
At least I'm fucking trying, you know what I mean?
You certainly tried, mate.
Question for you, Jason. What is it that you've done to try and combat your hair algae?
Peroxide,
He's sworn at it.
That I can imagine.
manual removal, control of nutrients, which is not really an effective method, but getting the
No
nutrients
pox?
under control was something that needed to be done anyway. I probably ought to get some urchins or something.
I was going to say
But I don't know with the clownfish because they destroy basically every bit of cleanup crew that I put in there. So I don't know if they will.
do.
Oh yeah, those clownfish are complete assholes.
Why don't you take Liam's approach and put him in the sump?
Because
It
my
works.
sump's not very big. I mean, you got to think it's a small tank, so
Clownfish
pretty small.
swim that far.
Yeah.
Also
The dicks
punishment.
anyway.
Just when you got
what I need to
water,
do is put them in a bucket and take them back to the store.
Thought you were going to build
Makes
another
sense.
tank next to that tank.
Yeah, well, Jim, do you want to give me some money? 'Cause I don't have any money. Okay, so if you want to give me some money, I mean, you can
He's taking donations.
Zell it or Cash App or whatever you want to do is cool with me.
I'm betting you've got a tank in your garage.
I do have
Are
a
they
tank. in my
also
garage.
hilarious on my room?
There's a fair few in my
No,
backyard
they're,
if you want them, Jason. You're free to
They're
take them.
cinnamon.
Can you not just drop them in your son's tank? You not say your son had a tank. You can just like buff them in there.
I have considered that, Rob. Don't you think that I haven't? Like, boop, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a gift.
Like
Yeah.
when he's sleeping.
Give him a present and then he can't refuse them, can he?
Yeah.
Set
I
up
haven't-
one of those weird hamster tube things, but just fill it with water and eventually it'll just make its way over.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, probably just destroy both tanks.
I'll be honest, Jason. See, honestly, your trials and tribulations you've had with this system since I have met you, I almost don't want it to end. I don't mean that in a bad way to you, but it's like it's who you are.
Well, I will be bored, I think.
Yes.
I'll end up like
okay, all
Steve's,
good.
and all I'll do is buy coral. Even when I have no place for coral, I'll just keep buying more.
There's
Right,
been no
yeah.
place. There's loads of space in my tank.
No, I
Even
don't. I actually
Bernadette
don't know
said
though, because
your
I'm
tank
like,
is wild.
I thought about that the other night though, Ron. I thought to myself, I'm like, if this thing just ran smooth and there was like no real major issues, just just doing its thing, general maintenance, I don't know what I'd do. I'd have to do something else. I have to.
I was going to say, get a new hobby for this one to be really boring.
I'll have to have another tank or two then, I guess.
You could maybe burn your second nipple if you had time.
I could do that.
At least it'd be even.
Then I'm
so you
like,
don't scratch the glass a bit when you're cleaning it.
this way I'm just like,
Fully embrace nerdhood and start building model kits.
Ooh.
well, been there, done that.
How's your Duncan?
Looking pretty good.
Fully recovered?
Yeah, I mean, it still doesn't have, how the polyps on the Duncan are supposed to be like, they're like long and they taper to a point, at the edges of it. Mine, that hasn't happened. They're real like short and like, I mean, they're long, but they don't go out to a point. They're like
Short and long.
little chodes.
They're like ball ends?
Chody, I was about to say.
They're a little chody. Yeah. I mean, it's doing well. It just hasn't quite gotten there yet, but it's looking better. I dipped it in peroxide before I went to the beach to get rid of the hair algae that was growing in between the heads, which worked out really well. So it's looking a lot better. But it hasn't gotten any smaller. It hasn't gotten any bigger either, but it's doing okay.
Magnesium.
Looks good. Huh?
What's your magnesium level at?
Oh, hell, I don't remember.
Where's your
I didn't
journal,
I
Jason?
didn't check it this week. I haven't
Did
checked
you not
it.
make notes, Jason, for this?
Because
I do, but I don't think I wrote it down.
Yeah.
LPS love magnesium, so if it's like 13,
Just say it's
15,
good,
maybe
Jason.
try increasing it a bit. See if they.
Jace, turn round, put your finger out, dip it, lick it,
Yeah.
and you'll know.
I know.
Just say what everyone else says. All my levels are good.
1323.
Yeah, easy.
Well, I may look into that then. 'Cause I didn't.
You're not fucking convincing anyone.
What do you
Oh,
got?
mate, look into it.
For me
You
to
might as well
raise
just go fuck off
magnesium
when
in
we're
my
doing that.
tank means I have to do something other than AFR.
Are you
Mm,
pretending you've
magnesium's
actually got
easy. You can just chuck it in.
Yeah. Are you pretending you got something in that cup to drink, Jason?
It's
yeah.
got iron brew in it.
Yeah, we know what you're doing with it.
Have you tried the spiny Astrea snails? They absolutely devoured hair algae in my tank when I was
Really?
Very
finishing
quiet,
it.
Steve.
They can
Sorry.
also carry it around like a little spreader as well. Because I've had a Astrina carry a turf of hair algae around the tank as like a little bit of camouflage on its shell.
I call them mobile refugiums.
See?
So Rama's saying he runs AFR, but he is still having to supplement his elk.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that I'm going to have to switch off of AFR here pretty soon because. Shut up, Rob.
Don't do it.
So at
I
least
say you
it's
add a
protecting
bunch of
time
shit.
consumes.
So I think you should add a bunch of shit to your tank, dose aminos, change alpha reef to everything.
You
Yeah.
already
gonna
know
come
better
around.
than that, Jim.
Well,
You
want
already know I'm not doing that.
1,000 bottles, 400 dosing heads.
Fuck no.
That is a suggestion.
Oh,
right
now
there.
Ah, yeah, that'll work.
It's
and you see who it
non-reefing
came
nerd.
from.
The clownfish as well. Yeah.
It's really good to see you, Zach. Hope you're well, my man.
Yeah.
Anything else to report then, Jason?
Nope. Otherwise, doing okay.
Good. Glad to hear it. Dave, what's happening with you? You have Acropora. in
Fuck
your
all. Nothing.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
On my
move
list, literally wanked twice. No, come on, let's do it serious.
Priorities.
So-
Wanking.
Wanked 3
We're wanking. I'm going to do it live. We're finished on a wank as well.
of course.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lamphium wank.
Champion wank. Well, I was going to get the all for reef powder to get a bit more grip on.
Oh, there we got paintball.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I don't mess around.
A little burn with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
burn
yeah.
your Head.
Get all the trace elements back in. Bless her.
That's true.
Back
Yeah.
in. Fuck.
Yeah, it's all gone, mate. It's all gone.
Test them out.
So it's been a while, right? So treated for flukes. Treated for flukes 4 weeks ago.
What made you treat for that then? Were you seeing signs of what the fuck was that, Robert?
I think he treated himself for flukes. Sorry.
I did, yeah. Still got flukes.
Why were you treating for flukes then?
Yeah, so I saw obviously a few things on a couple of fish scratch, but I think it was my big male Lamarck decided to like proper get grips into the rock work and start like whacking its head a bit, and I was like, enough's enough. I spoke with Rob about it a couple of times prior, but I've not been. I've been a bit hasty treating it, so obviously because I'm. Hey, what was that?
Make up a 12-litre solution.
Yeah, for nothing.
I know it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming. Yeah. It's coming.
No, so I treated for flukes. Obviously, I was a bit hasty because it was in the tank, and no one wants to fuck the coral off. So, but everything's gone really well, luckily. The flukes, the reaction straight away was mental. What did I use? Was that Tom?
Yeah.
I used Flukesolve.
Prazi. Cool.
Yeah, it says Prazi, but it's like a lower dose, right?
You can make it as strong or as weak as you want it by dilution.
I followed the packet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave him the dose and he was fine.
Well,
it's pretty safe to an extent. I think the only thing it will really affect is if you have any fan worms or bristle worms. You might see their numbers suddenly diminish when you do another dose.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, the fan worms in the sump, maybe, I don't know, but I haven't looked in there. So, but no, everything was good. So yeah, I did that first. What else have I got on here? Right, yeah. Obviously, I added new sticks.
You actually made notes. Sorry,
I've actually fucking made notes. Yeah, because my memory's terrible.
I'm
worse than you, Rob.
Brown nose, isn't he?
Yeah. I thought if I didn't do it, Ron's just going to fucking kick me off here. So I thought I better do it.
Back.
Yeah.
So
in my top combine.
Can anybody hear Lee? I can't fucking hear a word he's saying.
I can't hear him. It looked like he held up that paper you like barbecues with. What's it called? Yeah, that's that paper that burns really quickly.
It's backwards though.
Self-combusting.
Inspiring flames between people and nature, did it say?
It did.
Love that, TMC.
Bringing difficulty to your
gobble buster down the bottom there.
Pass on him, Rob. Pass on him.
I am.
Switch their positions. Move them up. Let them piss on them.
Got to squeeze it past the prostate. Hold on.
Sorry, Dave.
So, I got some new sticks, as you know. They're all alive still, thank fuck. Yeah, I know. Yeah, boo, definitely.
Food sticks. What?
Were they sticks with dicks?
What?
There's sticks with dicks, Jace. Yeah.
Dave will always tell PS same as me, and it's like I've lost a brother now.
Oh.
It's trans.
Well, I'm still 75% LPS.
No, you'll become one of us soon enough. It'll be all SPS.
It's coming.
Well, I don't know. They could die, and I'll just go back to LBS. It's easier.
You've got the bug now. If you kill it, you'll be like, I'll try again and again and again and again until you've done it.
No, I'm not
Fish
fucking
only
stupid.
so much easier.
Yeah. The Space Invader Chalice is pretty much recovered. 75% come back from being dead, which is amazing.
Wonder what the fuck that was.
Why did you know what?
Tank tour curse.
Receded.
It's your fucking fault, Ron.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, receded out of nowhere.
Tank tours, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's always Ron's fault.
Did you actually find out what it was, Dave? Or just...
No, have no idea. I tossed it in the back of a corner of a tank, and it come back alive.
What could go wrong?
Was it near anything prior?
Nope, on its own, completely on its own. Because I moved it away from everything, because it used to sting the fuck out of everything. It was a pain in the ass.
Chalices can get proper long sweepers on them in the flow. They can get up to like 10
get your
inches.
scissors for that.
Yeah, it battered the shit out of a lot of things in my tank pretty quick. So yeah, but that's grown back, which is good.
You're trimming them.
Well,
Amen.
somebody did it live on a tank tour, Mr. J Mines, didn't he? He just reached in his tank with a Galaxia and just snipped it off.
Oh,
We sat there going,
yeah. Castration.
hey, he's like, look at that. Here, let me get my scissors.
Why would you do that? Because that's like snipping the stingers of a jellyfish. The nematocysts are now flying around the tank.
Yeah.
Eh,
He didn't put it out then. He just left
That
it.
little
drift
guy
in,
from
didn't he?
Worldwide Crawls does it as well, doesn't he?
Just left it. He's
Well,
disappeared. I miss him. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy. I don't know what the
miss him
fuck
too.
happened. Just one day, talk.
Just-
Next day, gone.
Gone.
I heard
It
the
happens.
Galaxia called out the tank and suffered him in his sleep.
Well, if he does die, his fucking wife will stick him in a jar. I'm not joking.
Fucking right. She absolutely will.
I think she'd stuff his ass, put him in the fucking living room, right next to a fucking unicorn goat.
Yep.
What the fuck was that? It was a lammicorn.
Lammicorn. Yeah.
Dead stuffed lamb with a fucking unicorn's horn stuck.
Lammicorn. What?
Mel would have started
Lammicorn.
salivating. She would have wanted to eat it.
Yeah.
It was so weird. Sorry, Dave.
it's okay.
Dave, this happens every time Dave talks.
I know.
Every
Yeah,
time.
fuck it. Right, see you later, people. So I've switched off carbon dosing. That's
Okay.
done. Compedo.
Did you
Now
dial
dosing.
it?
Sorry,
Dial
did
it
you just
back?
say
Pedo.
Compedo?
Completo. No, pedo. No
Oh.
pedos. No,
I'm sure he
no.
said pedo.
I'm definitely gonna
No.
watch this back. You said compedo.
Just filthy.
Did
Filthy
you dial
people.
back,
Compedo.
or did you just?
I was literally doing such a mild dose anyway, Jim. It didn't really matter. Like I was only
What was it?
dosing them, just Bacto balance.
Oh, okay. The tropic
So- Yeah. So yeah, I dialed it back, and I continued. Now I've upped the live phyto dosing to basically switch over. So and it's holding actually dropping, so I'm gonna have to dial that back a little bit. But I'm kind of glad I've done that. I'm gonna test with it. I got this from Ronald.
Ooh.
Appreciate it.
It turned up.
Empty
Yeah.
box.
Empty box. Well, actually, it had a dick in it.
Yes.
Standard.
Sounds about right.
Then, yeah, obviously, I've had major light issues, but I'm going to touch fucking everything. Wood, the lot. We're all good. That's sorted.
Don't touch your wood on the camera.
Eh,
What did you do to fix it?
I just contacted Mobius, and they've sent me an updated version of the software or some shit, and it seems to be working, and I'm touching wood again.
They sent it to you.
Yeah, so I literally, it was a bit weird. I got an email from him saying, go check your app. You can download a new version of the software. And it just got sent direct to my lights. Obviously, they have them on the account, right? So,
That's fucking creepy.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm slightly. So what does that mean then? That you're running a better version than other people that.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Not-
Sounds like they went. Yeah,
Mad
actually,
head.
this one's.
I'm
good.
allowed to
One
talk
you're using
about
is
it.
shit.
Well, he's
These
only
not-
got a couple lights too. Like they couldn't do that for you, Rob, because you have too many of the fucking things.
What was happening?
Yeah.
I think
No,
Rob
it
was
seems
getting
to be
pissed
working.
off. Like, why
I
didn't I
was.
get the better fucking version?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
They
asshole.
only pushed the better version to like a quarter of his lights. So the
They
quarter
know-
of them work okay, and the rest of them fuck off.
They know he's going to Stratton soon anyway, so fuck off.
Yeah, fuck them, mate.
What was the issue?
I've run radians for years, right? And I've never ever had this issue that people talk about coming in the middle of the night and lights are on. The only time
I
I've
had
ever,
that.
Coming in,
Yeah.
it's in his fucking bedroom.
the only problem I've ever had.
It's in
is-
my bedroom too. It's like the
Yeah.
fucking holy eyes of God.
Yeah.
Man.
2 o'clock in the morning. It's fucking freaky.
Oh. Like you're lying in bed, all peaceful, also like, you're like and when I
Yeah.
contacted Ecotech, they didn't do anything like him. They were like, "Oh,
Turn it
try constantly resetting your light." So I literally beat the shit out of the Radions until they finally started working right.
Problem is, Tom, they know I'm a fucking big deal, brother. And
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
Hey,
I
Jim,
got it sorted pretty
You got
quick.
some weight
Jim, do
behind
you have
today,
this
didn't
problem
you?
with your
Yeah.
lights?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
mine do it too.
no,
So,
so yeah, they're
until I put the
sorted.
MXM on it.
I've never had a problem with my Radians until the spawning system, and one of them is perfect, and the other one is just coming on and off whenever the fuck it feels like it. So I sent
Really?
So I did the thing that Dave did. You take a screenshot within the app. The app then recognizes you've taken a screenshot and says, "Oh, is there a problem? Do you want to forward this on to Ecotech?" And I said, "You're fucking right, I do." And I just wrote a really angry message saying, "Your lights have worked for me for years. I've now set up a spawning system which is imperative that all of this programming and lighting works perfectly. If you think I'm fucking going to try and spawn corals and set up a system and run it for potentially 2 years for your light to come on 2 nights before spawning and shaft it right up the fucking arse, you've got another thing coming."
Those exact words.
Well,
What do you want the response? Haven't you just bought a crack?
well, no.
Yeah,
there-
the real letter was, "Your lights
was-
aren't working for me. Can you please help?
Pretty please, pretty please.
Pretty
No.
please.
It
I'll
was-
send you a cupcake."
It was pretty fucking straight to the point, and I did not get the response Dave got. I just got reset, do this, reset, do this, switch
Big
them
deal,
off,
mate.
turn them off, switch them back on.
The big D.
Yeah.
Have you got an MXM, Ron?
Say again, sorry?
Do you run it on the MXN or Mobius?
I do, and this is the first time I've ever had an MXM. I've never dealt with an MXM before until now.
Is it doing it on the MXM?
Yes.
So mine used to do it until I
Yeah,
swapped
what
to
makes it
MXM. Stopped it.
So one day I walked in, one light was on, one was off. The lights on the top, one was blue and the other one was white. And then this morning I walked in, one was white and the other one was flashing red and blue.
Well, to go
That
to the
sounds silly.
software,
They're in the same. You set them up on the same group or something, haven't you?
the
Are
thing
they
is,
the
we're
same
running-
version of Radians? Like, are they
Gen
like
5,
Gen
main
5,
arm.
Gen 6s? Like,
Yeah,
they're the
all
same-
mine Gen
same-
6.
Mine
How's
were
that
Gen
fucking gone back
6s,
down?
and they were out of sync for ages as well. One would turn on, the other one would stay off, and then it's only until one of the recent firmware updates that they now sync back up properly. For ages, one would turn on half an hour before the other and
Yeah,
turn off.
fucking nightmare.
Now,
Why?
see for the money people fucking pays for these lights, Ecotech, sort it out. Fucking sort it out.
Well, what you got to remember is you're using an app, a standard app, and then having a second-party software running on it on top of it, which is what your MXM is doing. So the new software update wouldn't work on anything running on MXM. You have to remove that from your system before you can use the software.
But I can't do my spawning cycles out the MXM.
Why not? It's only a
Because
matter of programming time. You can program time exactly the same. Admittedly, on the MXM, you've got more leeway, more movement, but at the end of the day, what you want is the lights coming on and coming off at two set points.
No.
Which you
Ron,
can do
just
on the-
set your
It's
alarm.
sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moonset, full moon date, and
Mm.
new moon date as well, which you can only do in the MXM.
better set up your cot.
Full
Just
moon,
set-
you just
set
go
your
in there
alarm.
and do a
Yeah,
moon
but
year run.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not with
I
a
thought-
Newcastle United strip on, though.
Ah,
I thought Hydros had a new light coming out that could do all that.
Well, Hydros are definitely talking about the whole spawning thing, but I mean, come on. Just do it.
Well, they had a light at the last show I was at last year that was supposed to be coming out. I don't know if it came out, but it was supposed to be a light for spawning with moonlight settings and everything.
Yeah, but
There
how long
there is
have you-
another light.
Rob, you and I
Everyone's
talked to this, didn't we? And we talked about the fact that the actual programming of spawning on Apex has been around for years.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was
Before anyone spawned.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
way back, whoever was actually involved in the programming in Neptune and Apex was like, this would be a cool feature.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, very forward thinking of it.
Weren't
I
they
think
originally
I think the people that actually started that company actually had a good handle on what was needed and what would be
Yeah.
beneficial.
What would be good? Yeah.
Now,
Now it's all gone out the
a
window.
hot fucking mess.
Mm.
You wouldn't have that now if they were coming up with that system now. You wouldn't have all these features. I don't think.
I mean, you think how advanced that coding was back a decade ago when they did it? They haven't really done a lot since, have they?
I mean,
Can't
what gen
AI
of light
just do it
would
now?
those have even been?
Say again?
completed it then, didn't they?
What gen of Radians would that even have controlled back then? Must have been really early days.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but I bet they're overpriced as well.
It didn't
Always.
work.
Doesn't
Yeah.
the spawning thing also work with AI blades?
I was going to say there is another light
Yeah.
you can use. I couldn't remember.
Well, it
what
will
was.
do because it's
Oh,
on
So you can use
Mobius,
AI.
isn't it?
HXOs or something. Is that a light?
What was that, Rob?
Hey, Dave, we'll
like-
get back to you shortly.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Right, hour and a half in, we're still on Dave.
Well, it's the whole point in Salty Banter. You know, quite a lot
Yeah.
of people have these lights, and it's a common problem. And it's interesting that I've only just started having it for the first time on a system that I really needed to fucking work.
Well, I'm fucking glad you're having it.
I'm
for
glad
2
to
years.
see sometimes that shit goes fucked up for you too.
Yep,
Do
absolutely.
you want me to email them for you, Ron? Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say, look, Rondo's
Come on
struggling here. Come on.
Yeah. Big Dave's here. I'll fucking sort
Dave,
it out.
you're
Send
not
him
running
a-
Mobius,
oh.
though, right?
Make sure you send a picture of Liam's T-shirt along with it. This guy is having problems.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll help.
Yeah.
So what else has been happening with you, Dave?
Fuck all. No, that's it really. Generally, that's
You
about
sat
it.
there for so long,
Oh.
you had tug number 3.
Yeah, I've had tug number 3 whilst being live on air. Don't fuck about round here. Now the only other thing is where I've done that fluke solve. Obviously, it's upset shit, and I got the atoms again. That's how we pronounce it now. Which is a bit of a fucking pain, but to be honest with you, it's quite cleared up now, which is handy. I actually cleaned the glass for this stream as well, so I think count yourself lucky, people. It was a fucking
Thank you,
mess
Dave.
about an hour ago.
Oh, yeah. I did that today too.
That's
I
it.
have
Fuck it.
completely forgotten to keep an eye on
Comments.
all the comments. Alan's here. Good evening, Alan. Nice to see you.
Hey, Al.
Yeah, sorry if I've missed anyone else.
Yeah.
I'm too busy fucking laughing. My apologies.
Emma's got it right. The atoms.
The atoms, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
ones.
Ali G talking about science. Lee,
The atoms.
what is happening with you? First, well, let's start off. How is the cycling going? We're at 26.
Yeah, I'm giving myself an extra week on it, so I've got till a week on. Well, not next Friday, Friday after, because I couldn't ride for the first 2 weeks. So I come off and I need to get the bike covered so it didn't get scratched. My mum's paid £4.5 for this bike, so I didn't want it getting scratched. And then it pissed it down. Then I pulled my shoulder when I came back from John's. So I haven't been at a
Was
ride.
that from wanking?
No, you were from carrying you.
Very crude, Dave. Very cold.
I don't know what I did. It just fucking twinged.
Was Dave in the basket on the front?
E.T., yeah.
That Wakefield there, I can imagine it. Yeah.
So then I've managed to click up 50 mile this week, including a stupid who
driving
decided to wipe my face while riding, forgetting that I've only one hand. I went straight into a fucking bush.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would have paid to see that.
Me
I
too.
thought
Yeah.
that was a joke.
No. It was a big fuck off bramble bush.
Bramble. Wow.
Yeah. Well, blackberry bush, to be honest. So let's have a look. I did post a picture on Salty Banter
Oh,
Online.
is this the one? And it looks like a human dent in the bush. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
That's a leaf shape.
leaf-shaped dent. So I'm sat with a
You
bike on
got
top of me.
Then
You got out and took a picture of the bush, like this
Yeah.
fucking bush.
I'm sat with a bike on top of me thinking, how the fuck am I going to have this? Because I can't just stand up. I need to go onto my knees. And I'm in shorts, as always.
and you only got
That's in
one
a
arm.
bush.
Down in the
On
bramble
your
On
bush.
your knees in a bush.
Looks at my leg, goes, fucking hell, it's covered in blood. What have I done? Then looks at it and realises it's blackcurrant juice off of all fucking blackberries. It's splashed all over my leg. Cue this snidey little brunette lass coming up. Oh, have you fallen off, love? Yeah. Are you all right?
But they are.
Yeah. I've just
Have you
pulled
fallen
my
No,
leg.
I really wanted that
No.
blackberry.
I just
And
having
then
a
she took my
gentle
leg
sit
and
down.
twinged.
How'd they taste?
I don't know. I didn't.
You didn't have a snack
no,
while you were in there.
Sorry?
You didn't have
That's
a
why he
snack
was on
while you
his
were in there.
knees.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
Knowing your
Well-
sense of humor, did you say, fuck, look what I've done to my arm?
No. I never even thought that way.
That would have been great.
That would
But
have been
I
good.
turned my leg and she screamed because she saw all what she thought was blood all the way down my leg. So I just went like this with my finger on my leg. Yeah, just like that. And then she started laughing. So, but yeah, I managed to get another 30 done today. But as I said earlier, my Strava isn't fucking uploading it properly. So I've got a little issue. I might have to buy it instead of just using, freebie one.
So you're allowed to just add on weeks? Is it like bolting on minutes on your phone?
Well, no, my official cut-off's Friday next week. But because how it is, because I still want to do the 300 mile. I want to prove a point to myself. So rather than, because to be honest, in theory, I've only really had 10 days to do 300 mile.
Because you chose to go away jollying.
No, I didn't go away jollying. I went down to John's. I got a chance to catch up with Dave. But what
Well, let's
did we
be
do all
honest,
day
Lee.
Saturday?
You should have cycled down there.
That's
Yeah.
what we all say. That's what we all say.
I mean,
Dave
Would have
came
been
back up
downhill
and
as
spent
well.
the whole day putting the visor frame sheeting on my bike so I didn't get scratched.
Absolute fucking shite job. Yeah.
Poor John
Horrible,
just
horrible job.
worked all weekend and then I just fucked off.
I haven't heard from John since. He's still got fucking PTSD from it.
So, but thanks again for the help, David, and thank you so much to John for letting me stop down there and doing it all for me. It's really, really appreciated.
so is that why you went into the bush to test whether it gets scratched?
Yeah.
Right.
I have my right arm fastened to handlebars, and then I was going up this little
to the handle.
Fastened? Cable tied?
No, I have a wrist splint with
Glue.
a piece of pipe stuck on it, which I slide on under handlebars.
32
Yeah,
mil
yeah.
guttering, isn't it?
Basically, yeah.
How did that do when you wiped?
He took the bike with him.
It kind of pulled out, and I pulled all muscles in my shoulder. So for the past 3 days, my right arms felt really, really heavy.
Yeah, that
So,
sounds
I know.
bad.
Yeah, it is one of them. It's right. It can't make it any fucking worse, really, can it?
How's the bike?
Yeah.
Oh, not a mark on it because it had a soft landing, which were me. I were wedged underneath it.
Lee was like, those drunk guys trying to keep their beer from spilling.
Yeah.
Hold his bike up
Yeah.
so it doesn't get
Wiping
scratched as
everything
he's
else
fucking
out.
crashing through brambles.
If this were my new bike, I would basically like this.
Live demo.
If the wheels fall off.
Who the fuck has a bike to be able to do? Hold on, I'll just show you
Hey,
exactly.
a spare bike.
I mean,
can
Don-
tell you.
Dong's
I've
desk
ended
has
up
got
with a
fuck
bike on
all
top
on
of me like
Lee's.
that several times. Sucks.
You can't fault me for having props for everything I'm talking about.
So, Lee, all the very best, obviously, for the rest of the miles. I hope you get it done. If not, just fucking add another week on. But how's reefing going?
Well, the NEM tank's looking phenomenal, apart from the little bitch. Well, I say little bitch is that big, that tomato clown that jumps 2 inches out of the water to attack me.
Tomato
is
clown, cinnamon
super
clown, same
nasty.
thing.
It's a bit like, do you know when you play Street Fighter and Ryu does a Sonic? Sorry,
Shayuken.
Shoryuken. Yeah, I was thinking.
Not the kicky one.
As he starts to build it, you can feel energy. It gives you impression of energy. It's like that with fucking fish. When she's getting
Lee?
ready to attack me, you can feel it building up energy.
Lee, you've got a fucking great advantage though. If you stick your fucked arm in, you won't feel it. You can do whatever you want.
I can't do fuck all with fuck time, can I?
But you can use your normal arm and you'll be fine to do whatever you need to do.
That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear.
What if the clownfish pulls him in through by the arm, man? It's like I can finish it.
Well, the thing is, that's all right if I'm doing something on the left-hand side of the tank. If I'm at the right, I'm kind of doing a really bad rapper's pose.
I can't believe that the two words fucked and arm just have turned into one word, fucked arm.
Yeah.
Fucked arm. Yeah.
It just reminds me of what my dad used to call me, which were fucked hard.
Anyway, so the anemone
Just lovely
tank's
pet
looking
names with your
good.
family. So yeah, the NEM tank's doing well. The feral tank is just feral as always. The big tank is doing.
Hold on, what are we calling feral tank? What's
the K tank where I just chuck everything.
okay?
You know, that one that's got that 700-pound scully in it and that.
So is that the one on the left of the TV or the right if you're looking through your big tank?
The right.
Right, okay.
So,
Someone's
yeah,
getting a
that's...
phone call.
that's
Someone's dildo's going off again.
it's my mum ringing me. I told that one alive.
He's got it on pulse mode.
Pulse mod. How do you
Puts
think I
that
get
under the
enjoyment
seat,
when riding
on
bikes?
top of the seat when he's riding.
Ecotech would call it minge crest.
Yep.
Now we know why you crash, Lee. Yeah.
But yeah, the big tank is doing pretty well. I had issues with my phosphate. I won't go into it because I don't want to be pointing fingers at people. It was a slight
Is he pointing at
miscalculation
Rob?
by myself.
Thank Christ his arm sucks. He can't point.
If I'm brutally honest, I should have sorted it out. I should have calculated it myself. But me and Rob had said it in passing, and you know, it's not Rob's fault, and I don't blame him at all. But it's Rob's fault. My phosphorus went up to 0.8. It'd gone up to 0.8, and I'm bringing it back down now. Tank's starting to look good. I've rescaped all the hammers and torches. Not that I've got any torches left because I didn't. I had 3 left, if that. A couple of
What?
eggs. I got thingy flatworm, and because of a lot of things that we won't go into, and my head's not been my usual self, so a lot of things just got put to one side and left. And I kept looking at them, and I lost. This is going back a few months, though. We're going back about 4 or 5 months when I started losing all my corals, and I lost all my torches and that with flatworm. But I've still got loads of hammers, so they're now all over at Scape. I've still got a few torches left. Then the beautiful and lovely people, Julie and I can't remember her husband's name, but Jupiter's Reef called round a couple of weeks back and gave me about 10
Peter?
heads of New York Knicks.
Nice.
So they're doing extremely well. Everything seems to be doing well in tank now. It's I've now got a big lipstick in there, which is doing well, and Steve's sail fin has had its arse handed to it yet again, but it's holding its own, so he's in big tank now as well. And I lost my yellow-tailed tamarin, but I think that happened when I was down at John's because my refugium were overflowing. So I set it so once it hit a certain level, my return pump turned off, and I think it's gone in at return chamber.
Oh.
So,
Blended.
Oh.
and I lost the chromis as well, so I was like, fucking in there.
Can I just remind everybody this is a reefing show?
Yeah, we actually like fish. Yeah.
I love fish, I just hate chromis. You know what I mean? We all have us one fish that we don't like. But that's about it, really.
I have to say, I don't have a fish I dislike.
I hate those fucking clowns.
Tom, did you say you don't like a fish?
Vanderbilt chromis. I fucking hate them.
Oh.
Have you ever seen them? They're really pretty fish, but you can't keep them together because one will murder every fucking other fish, and then he'll decide that I don't like the other fish in the tank, and he'll try and murder them too, even if they're bigger than him, and then they'll kill him.
And then the ones with a bright yellow stripe across the top, and they get quite big.
Yeah, they're quite pretty.
No, I think that's
that big.
something else. They're quite like they're medium-sized chromis. They're kind of creamy with black stripe on them and a little black.
Yeah, I know which ones you mean now. Yeah, they have like a soft tan top half, don't they?
Yeah, and that.
Yeah, beautiful.
A bit like Jason.
Yes. Just on the left
Exactly
side.
like Jason. Apart from he doesn't have the black line going through him.
Did it have
As
a burnt
bow fish.
nipple?
How's your sump, Lee? You get the new sump all hooked up?
So, I was working on it a few months back, and I said, I promised myself, I'm going to get it done for when Jim's better, so I can go, it's fucking done. So,
Anyone else smell shite?
yeah.
Absolutely. Didn't pass that from a waft.
Best laid plans of man and mouse, isn't it? It's one of them. So,
It's almost
And
like
then
he
start
wanted to
with-
get well, Jim, wasn't it? So he didn't have to do his sump. That's
like,
what I
"Oh,
thought. Like, shit, he made it. Can't believe it.
Fuck.
Just add another week to the deadline.
Can he just
Fucking
go
hell.
away? Fucking die already so I don't have to do this?
Jesus fucking Christ.
So, Anyway, I'm glad you all as well, Jim, and I'm glad you're back here, mate. It's really good.
What no supper chat? I mean,
Super.
what's she
Super chat
talking
means that they can give you donations and you get monies, and you've got to split it between us all.
Not fucking doing this for money, Elisa.
Ask Steve, you know all about it, Ron.
No.
There's a little
Switch it on,
TMC
Rob.
button.
Yeah,
Let's press.
Yeah.
TMC button.
Yeah, it comes in the shape of a jellyfish.
So I did notice it were leaking a little bit. So I went down to bung it up, and as I'm bunging it up, I noticed there were 2 inch splitting over half of the fucking sump. So I've since had Tim over. He gave me an hand. We sealed it all. It was all sealed, not leaking, beautiful. I then drilled it to link it to new sump, giving me virtually it all done. And now I can't get it to reseal.
Have you tried salt creep, Lee?
Salt creep.
Yeah, I've tried salt creep, but it was coming out too quick. I've even put my finger in it, and that didn't do it either. So
Try 2 fingers.
I'm waiting. For,
Chop fist.
yeah, I tried that, and I also tried that.
Ooh, the shocker.
That didn't
Yeah.
either.
Nice, yeah.
That was to go in second hole.
Is that-
There's 2 bulkheads there.
That's a Jay and Silent Bob joke, yeah?
Behave
One in
yourself.
the pink, one in the stink.
Right. Jason, you didn't have to say it.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
Out.
Walking in.
I couldn't. I tried.
So how did that sump get split? Was it moving live rock in it, or was it during the?
I think so. Yeah, it split on one at seams, and I think what it was, me and Tim were putting rock in, and I were a bit heavy-handed with it, or he were one or other. I'm not blaming anyone. It's Rob's fault, but
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
thought I
it's
calculated the
not
load.
so we-
Obviously did it wrong.
Ron's just happy it's not his fault.
yeah. So I'm just waiting till I get a chance for someone to come give me an hand, because I can't tighten the bulkheads. Because I even wanted to buy the big, the 50mm bulkheads on it, and I bought some pipe plies. The big massive ones, that's like 22-inch ones.
Yes.
So they'd fit on the nuts, so I could swing on it to get it tight. It's 2 bits of plastic, and it didn't fucking work. So.
I'm
Fucking
such
with
a
so
fucking
much
child.
kids.
I am
Yeah.
so sorry. So sorry.
I wouldn't
Said
expect
nuts,
anything
Lee.
less wrong.
Oh God.
So yeah, so now it's all.
Hello.
Fucking Rob Smart House is going off on him.
That's not me.
That was probably
Not
Lee.
me either.
Sorry.
It was Liam.
It was.
Was it Alexa
So, yeah.
asking if you had hairy
Was
nuts?
that the parrot talking, or was that actual doorbell?
No, but I'm waiting for that one to come.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, it's going to learn that. That'd be fucking brilliant.
You'd be middle of Salty Banter, maybe. Liam's a cop. Liam's a cop. That's not a
So-
6-inch.
Do you have
So
to take
sorry,
that
Lee.
whole section out, Lee, or are you going to continue trying to repair it?
Well, what I'm going to do is, once I take the nuts off, I'm going to silicon inside and then seal it that way. It'll be fine.
You're like a fucking child, Ron. Absolute 6-year-old.
It's like a fucking little.
Uh,
I've got 2 different types of silicon. I've got
Fucking
some
hell.
brown stuff and some pink stuff, so it should be fine. Pink
Still
for outside.
2-pack glue.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then it'll be done.
And then it will be online with your system. That'll be fully up and running.
Yeah, I've flooded cellar so many times lately. It's untrue. It's just touch wood. I've give me some fucking wood, quick. Dave, pass us your wood.
There you go, mate.
Yeah, I ain't flooded for a couple of weeks now, so it's getting there.
I haven't flooded
Yeah.
for a couple of weeks now, so we're getting
Don't
it.
want flooded nuts,
still
mate, I
using
tell
it?
you.
Are you still using Aquaforest salt?
Yeah, well, I never use that. I use TMC because I go through that much. Because with salt nowadays, I don't even bother mixing now. I just chuck it straight on the floor and leave it. 'Cause it might as well, because that's where it's going to end up anyway.
Good. Yeah, just pack the
One
floor
packet
out with
of
salt.
spit on it a couple of times, and it's the same as been.
So is it just the big, the huge, big, 25 kg sacks you buy of the
30 kilo one, yeah.
the great big kind of shop?
So he grabs the sacks after he tightens the nuts.
Yeah,
He puts his
exactly.
nuts in a sack.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a minute I'm using Nile sacks because they're not. My mate got me a load of them in as a thank you. So
The Nios Pure Salt.
yeah,
I'm
Salt.
super impressed with how clean that is, but that's coming on my section. I've got some photos.
Coming on your
thing is,
section.
with the,
Coming
compare
on
the
your
Nios
section. Filthy
Ron's coming
section. That
prepared.
one.
with the,
All
with
right,
the
I am conscious that we're at 9 o'clock and we've only
Oh.
got 3 people done because
You
of all.
just it used to be on American time, and you've just said "fuck off" to us.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
And
whoa!
you
It's
used
called
we
yank
used to get a
time.
little bit like Jason. Did
Yeah.
you know he's like 7 o'clock? We're getting close. It's like
Yeah, no.
it used to be.
I know. I noticed this too, Jim.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Fuck
totally
off,
given up.
Americans.
Yeah,
I have no idea what the fuck you're
because-
talking
it's
about.
because all the other, you know, all
It
the
used to
other-
be the usual time.
Oh,
9
usual
a.m.
time.
2 p.m., 3
We can
p.m. for
do-
you.
We can do
If you
Salty
wanna-
Banter at the usual time.
If you want to do it in American, you put the minutes first and then the hours.
Oh, that went down well, Steve.
Fuck off,
Hey.
Steve.
Making friends live on air.
only reason I get that joke is because of September 11th.
Are you going that way? Right.
Oh, he goes that way.
Tom, welcome to Salty Banter.
Thank you.
So
It's like, what the fuck am I doing here?
on a personal note, all I want to talk about is your octopus, right? That's all I want to talk about. But please do tell us everything that's going on. I do have a little video of the octopus, if you don't mind, that you sent me. I want to play.
Oh, go on, yeah. Go ahead.
I have just about worn this fucking video out. I love this. So Tom has got this octopus, right?
He
And
loves an 8-arm wank, doesn't he?
he's trying to bond with it, and you're doing well, Tom. So, here-
She's touching me.
absolutely amazing.
That's awesome.
Amazing. And then the next day you messaged and said she inked you.
Yeah, I've been getting like, I think she's a vulgaris, which is the common, the one found all over the place. And at the moment, she's very nocturnal, sleeps all day, comes out at night. So I've been late at night, been testing, seeing if she wants to play with me, and she quite often no.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And then I've been getting up at ridiculous early in the morning when she's been active to see how she gauges with me, because from everything that I can find on them, is like you have to do everything on their terms, not your terms, their terms, and that's the way to build trust with them, because of obviously how smart they are and all that ridiculousness that they are. She's awesome. I can't stop looking at her whenever she comes out.
Well, if you
Darren,
stop
go ahead.
sending me daily photos and videos, I'm going to come to your fucking house.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And it was an accident?
Pardon?
Did you get it on an accident? Or did you
Yeah.
order it?
Yeah, no, I'm completely against. Well, I have cuttlefish as well, which I did order myself for myself because I want to try and captive breed them just for my own curiosity, because I find them fascinating. But when it comes to other cephalopods and larger species, like they are stumpy cuttlefish that I've got, so they only stay about that big. But I think they're so smart and intelligent that they need to stay in the ocean, ideally. I would never purposefully ask for a squid or an octopus, but if one came in or a live rock, I might.
Or you're in a restaurant.
and then in a restaurant, yeah.
Of all the
That's more
people
like
who
how
said
in
it.
your country. Like, we don't have like restaurants with live foods on offer over here.
No, that's true.
But she came in to a shop. They contacted me because they were like, "We saw you got cuttlefish," so and I'm like, "Okie dokie, I'll try my best." And so I got her, and now I'm literally winging it every goddamn day.
What you feeding it?
Pardon?
What you feeding it?
She's been taking river shrimp. I've also been ringing around and getting teddy bear crabs off people if they find teddy bear crabs in like coral colonies. I have thrown in some sacrificial hermit crabs, and she's literally, I've not seen her do it, but I've seen the aftermath of her clearly
Right.
gone in and bitten through the shell and then gone through and pulled it out from the outside.
It's got to be live at the moment, you think?
Yeah, she's not
Yeah.
taking frozen. I've
Mhm.
tried to give her clams, frozen small clams, but she's not taking it
No.
at all.
Okay.
Plus, from everything that I've read as well, when it comes to cephalopods, best thing for them is live foods because they need the higher protein content from a live food really than the frozen food, because obviously you lose certain nutrients when you freeze foods. While
Plus, also, live will give them more mental stimulation as well. Won't
Yeah.
it?
that they need engagement and to be occupied part of the day. I've tried like putting a little crab in a pot to see if she'd unscrew it or anything, but no interest yet. But still early days, and she's only about
The crab's like, thank fuck.
so yeah. But she's got the potential. She's going to get 6 foot from one arm to the
shit,
other
really?
arm. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Potentially
Oh,
how
wow.
big she can get.
How long
How
do they
long
live
will
then?
Pardon?
How long will it live?
I think these ones can live up to 2 to 4 years. I
Oh, that's
think.
going to grow quick then, isn't it?
That is quick growth.
They
then,
do.
yeah.
They do
Wow.
grow quickly. Like the baby cuttlefish that I've had, and they were minuscule, and like in a month, adults.
Wow.
Just huge.
Just wake up one morning, just be sitting on top of that tank.
You wake up one morning.
Doing
Yeah,
that with
yeah.
8 fingers.
8 fingers, yeah, going upgrade, mate.
I'd be more worried about it being like a scene from Alien, and it's just on your mouth. Like,
Face. Yeah.
So somebody is already asking you price. That is just rude, Dan. She is not for sale.
She's not for sale. Nah.
And Bernadette would like to know, are the parameters for keeping an octopus the same as those for a regular reef tank?
So
Well, they come from the same place, don't they?
yeah, but you need to be on top of cephalopods because cephalopods produce the most ammonia per animal through their fucking, because obviously everything's through that siphon. They breathe, they shit everything throughout of it.
Yes.
And so they produce a vast amount of ammonia. So if you've not got a fully mature system, if it's a fresh tank, no good. Mature live rock, good filtration, carbon to take out ink if it inks. I'm doing daily water changes on her at the moment, but generally, if your corals are happy, they'll be happy. However, everything else in your tank might not be happy. Your inverts and fish might suffer if you decide to put something in there that's going to decide to hunt them.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's a
remember,
big commitment.
I remember watching some, and you can't have them in direct sight of another tank because they'll incite them to escape and attack.
I've seen there's loads of records of labs having an octopus on one side of the room, and then at night they'd leave and come back, and then on the other side of the room there'd be like no fish remaining, and they'd be like, "The fuck happened?" And they put a camera up, and they saw that this octopus was like going out the tank, climbing over, eating everyone else, and then before the scientists came back, slipping back into its own cage and just being like,
Yeah, more than me.
Can you imagine being a fish in that other tank and just seeing this octopus fucking dragging itself?
Have you not seen the footage from Seattle Aquarium where there were like sharks are disappearing and we don't know why, and they put a camera in and you saw the dogfish come and then the octopus went whack. What?
Brilliant. I mean, that's your problem solved there, Jason.
It is the absolute ultimate animal for me in this hobby. But like you, I'm very, very reluctant to pay somebody to be sourcing one for me as opposed to sourcing one by
I
accident.
mean, I'm at the opportunity where I could source one for myself if I wanted to, but I just, I
Totally agree. Moral compass on it.
Sorry?
I totally agree. Moral compass on things like that. It was like about
Yeah.
8 years ago, my mate got a pair of Nautiluses in his shop, and that was same. Don't get me wrong, it was phenomenal to get to see them, but
Yeah, they are amazing, aren't they?
Nautiluses, what are they? They're Twilight Zone animals, aren't they? They literally go up and down with the day cycle. They stay down in the darkness all day, and then they come up.
they're
at
more of
night.
a colder water rather than your
Yeah,
normal.
they're cooler water as well. They come out when everything's different on the reef, and you keeping a Nautilus in blinding lights, it's just going to be blind, isn't it? It's going to sit there kind of going, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Stay still.
It was one of them situations where moral compass were going mental, but we're like, it was so cool to actually get to see some in the flesh. It's all about that.
I'm loving the experience of having her and the cuttlefish, and obviously it's knowledge I can pass on to someone potentially, but I fully am winging it, and every day, all day, I'm sat there doing research on cephalopods outside of working with the other animals that I work with anyway. And also at the moment, I've got an issue with I've got seahorses, and basically 3 seahorses have ganged up on this one male, and he's not doing very well. And I don't think he's going to make it through the night, if I'm honest.
No.
Oh, you don't think of seahorses like that, do you? I think they're so dainty and sweet.
We had this talk the other day about pipefish. You don't think pipefish are like that, and
bastards.
They can be,
yeah.
Question for you, Tom. Have you got any plans when octopus gets like 4 foot wide?
I'm planning it in my head as we go. I'm thinking of doing something similar on the lines of what I discussed with you earlier in the week regarding a saltwater pond for it.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't know if you'd spoken to Skaggy Aquarium or something like that.
I mean, I might do, but I might as well say it because Liam. I contacted Liam earlier in the week because I'm with him on the whole shark front as well, and I'm going to do this because I'm going to include a lot of large marine fish, but I'm considering setting up a saltwater pond to take in rescues for large marine fish like sharks, tangs, eels, stuff that people impulsively buy and then struggle to rehome when they become a bit too big and chaotic. Because a lot of places like the Deep and Skegness Aquarium, whenever I've had issues and I've contacted the help, they're like, maybe in the future, but we don't know when. It's like, that's not helpful right now. And you guys are meant to be helpful. And
very non-committal.
There needs to be people out there that are trying to do something like that, though, because there are a lot of fish and other animals that get purchased on a whim. I mean,
And you probably know, Tom, but I know when you do your pond, if you put the octopus in it, put AstroTurf on top. Because when they
discourage it.
Yeah,
at the moment,
we don't know about
that. With bamboo skewers to act as security blankets, and then duct tape galore around everything, so there's no little hole for her to get through. But she's not actually crawled up out of the water yet, other than to maybe touch my fingers when they're dangling in there. Yeah.
How long have you had her?
I've had her about 2 weeks now, so I'm still getting used to her, and she's still getting used to me. It's only in the last few days that she's really started to come up and investigate me rather than hide every time I appear. Because usually you'd see these 2 little eyes just like behind the rock like that, and then you just see them slowly disappear. Occasionally go, still there. Nope, nope, fuck this. And then she'd just seal herself off because she's
demonstrate that again, will you? You were like that, were it?
No.
We could do double. But yeah, like they do in the wild, she's like under a rock. She's got multiple holes, and you can see the carcasses of her victims around her little den, like how you spot them in the wild as well.
You mean her dinner guests?
Her dinner guests, yes. I'm sorry, her dinner guests.
Bernadette knows exactly what I'm thinking. She's now saying, "Where are you? Can we visit?" We'll be there in half an hour.
He's already left.
I'm a little bit worried about Aqua, so she might accompany me to Aqua because not saying
to meet her.
She might, but yeah, maybe
It's just a drive.
Can we get
You can have one of those little tanks on your chest.
Can we get a Discord channel for the octopus updates, please?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jason.
good shout,
I heard
Jason.
that. I think it's a great idea.
shout.
Yeah, because
Jason
now
has-
I'm kind of invested, so
Yeah,
I'm going to
so-
need the updates now. So can we get a Discord channel for that?
So Jason wants you to have a tank channel just for the octopus on Discord, Tom.
Well, and everything else, but I'm going to need the updates.
Yeah.
You know? So
I've got loads of crazy animals, as everyone can probably
How
tell.
do you sect the octopus?
To
Well,
put it
Dave,
mild,
If it's
Dave
not
had a
too
small
personal.
question.
so
Dave and
They-
Chat said
they have males have essentially a hollow arm, which is for all intents and purposes his cock.
Right. So
And
one of
Matthew-
the 8 arms.
The cock.
So it only has 7 arms and one massive dong.
Cock arm.
The cock arm. Yeah.
Right,
There's no little suction feet on there or anything. It's just a hollow tube, and so you can tell by looking at the arms. And she's got
Right.
4 cups on her arms.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
Right, hold on. So J900 is asking how to join. Darren's saying invite only. I'm assuming J9000 means how do I join the Discord. I'll pop up a link for you.
it hasn't been invite only for a long time.
But then he says, why no
You
link in
can
Discord?
tell by the dross that's come in, can't you, Jason?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. We let you in.
There you go.
Exactly.
You can use that link and you can join the Discord.
No, it's Big Head
Thanks,
Fanny
Pat.
Pack. He's asking.
I
why he
actually
can't
said
get
when
into this.
you joined, Rob, I was like, "Who is this old timer coming up in here?"
That's it. Yeah. Oh, Ron, he said to me he sold it to you. I'll get this geezer in because he'd be dead soon, so don't worry about him.
And I fucking got that wrong, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fail.
Yeah. I'm only 32. I've had a rough life.
Emma, there's a video of a mantis shrimp versus octopus on YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah. There's also a picture of a video on YouTube of an octopus punching a fish just because it could.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's just poking out the hole and fish through his eyes. Like,
Oh, dear.
We do all
It's
love
good to know
animals.
that animals are as vindictive as we are.
Okay.
Dolphins are as vindictive as we are. Dolphins are twats.
Can be.
Oh, I once went swimming with dolphins. I didn't like it. I found it very clicky.
Oh my god. Okay, so we are at an hour and 20, so we need to press on a wee bit here to make sure everyone gets the turn. So I'm just going to quickly rip through mine. I've done a little presentation because I've done so much in the new building and I was going to forget so much. So first things first, I met these absolute bell ends a couple of weeks ago down at what the fuck's it
Finest.
called?
Before the arrest.
Finest.
I then got sent actual pasties from James, Critical Reef. And as you can see, it says there on the screen, proper ransom. They were absolutely delicious. 1,000 calories per pasty.
Nice.
Yes.
That did the job.
That's it, cooked with some chips and vegetables, just in case anybody
That
fucking wondered.
fucking rough.
That is
That
my...
needed gravy.
Yeah, it was full of a lot of...
Bath system.
Yes. So that is the SPAF system, as Rob just said. That's the spawning system. That was it, just getting its initial fill and salt.
Is that one of them replacement tanks you got from Mid-Sea?
No, that is the one that got replaced.
That's what I meant.
Yes. So that isn't the good one. That's the one that was the seal. I don't know whether you can actually see front very center. There's a tiny wee bit with the armor.
you can see it.
Not
Did you put any new sealant over the old sealant?
No, it's not the seal. It's just the armor for the seal. That
I know, but still, extra sealant.
Those.
I mean, he cut that out of a razor blade, so he got a new tank out of it, so he could set this spawning system up. He played the long game.
Rob, we talked about that in private.
Oh, sorry.
How wide is that tank?
It's just a 300 XL Red Sea Reefer.
But how wide?
I
don't know how wide they are.
I think it's 1.2.
So what's it in
Is that
feet?
front to back or
What the fuck? 1.2. Even the British guy wants to know what
Meters.
the fuck that means.
Jesus Christ, mate. You can't say
Are you
shit like that
talking
on here.
meters or feet?
it's free shot?
1200 mil.
That'll do. So I had these rocks in a box from.
Just shy of 4 foot, that.
These were supposed to be my actual aquascape from my office tank, and when they came, I hated them so much. I put them
What's that,
straight back
ceramic,
in the
is it?
box. Yeah, it's that aqua roach stuff. Hated it. So anyway, I put some bio blocks in from 3 of my systems to try and give it lots of biology. And then I hated it so much, I went and got all my Marco Rock out of storage left over, and I made a completely different scape with Marco Rock. As you can see in there, there's a couple of tuxedo urchins, a coal tang, and a 6-line wrasse. I then started tidying up the cabling with some conduit, which is all sorted and all tidy. That's obviously all the way all around the.
How come you didn't drill 12 holes in the wall and put more outlets?
Weirdo.
You're holding the drill wrong there, Ronald.
What are you saying?
You're holding the drill wrong. It'll never work like that.
No. So I decided to set up the water mixing station, and I decided to document it. So yeah, that's one of the bulkheads, and I then had to climb inside and grab the nuts with the big plier.
Do you have a sack with you?
Tighten them. Dudley was absolutely livid with me being inside the water tank. Hated it. Absolutely hated it.
No tank to the side for you while you were inside.
So I had to do some jiggery pokery with a Vectra M2 to convert it to metric. So I'm using 32mm pipe, and it's all American and inchy. So I stuck all sorts of bits and pieces in there just to make it fit 32, and it's absolutely perfect. So I just butchered it up. Dudley looking impressed once again at me being a twat.
That so says it on that dog's face.
It does. He's like, what a wank.
What is this twat up to?
So this is a little pipe that actually comes off with as you can see, there's a kind of like a union on that top valve. That's for filling small buckets, like salt bucket sizes. I then changed that and made this system for filling a great big group bin. So that basically comes on and off the bulkhead. And that is it complete. So the left-hand one, salt, right-hand one is fresh water. And that is the speed at which I'm creating a roll.
Wow.
Impressive.
Fuck you, Jason. I heard that. I then plumbed the valve for the waste into... Oh, and then I bought a battery backup on Amazon Prime. I got 650 quid off it. So it's the EcoFlow Delta Max 2.
Have you tested it yet?
No. I then decided, oh shit, where did the last bottle go? Oh shit, what have I done? Oh,
You poke a hole in yourself, yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, so I had to drill bulkheads for the RO pipes to attach to the top of the tanks, and I decided instead of undoing all of my brand new pipe work and crawling inside and picking up all the debris, I'll hold my hand under it and I'll drill through the plastic. And I won't be silly enough to leave my hand in the way. And then I thought I could go and get a fishing net and it would catch the bits of plastic. No.
Even I think that's a silly idea, Ron.
Yeah, so I just fucking drilled
with
right
a
into my
spade
hand.
bit at that.
Yep, straight in. It was a fucking belter. Then I decided to make the move over from Red Sea Blue Bucket Salt to NIOS. That is 3 weeks of automatic water changes, roughly 400 litres of Red Sea Blue Bucket freshly mixed salt have been pulled through these filters, and that is how dirty the filter was. Now, that is actual solids in the bottom of that. And then
It's scary when you see it like that, isn't it, Ron?
Yes. But that's only 3 weeks. I mean, look, wait do you see the stuff that comes out the bottom of that?
Question for you, Ron. When
Oh,
you do
prices.
your water changes, are you using a DOS?
Yes.
Does it push pressure through that enough? Or
Oh,
do you
yes.
pull?
Yes. Yep. So what I do is every time I change them, I recalibrate just to check that the push and the pull go into drain and through these filters. But yeah, it's
Are you pulling through that or
yes,
pushing? You're pulling through it.
pulling, yeah. Another thing I do is I pre-soak those filters. I don't just take them straight out the cellophane and pop them in those housings because they're almost water repellent when you first take them out. So I pre-soak them and weigh them down in salt water, and then they absorb all the salt, so they're pretty much good to go.
What
So
am
that
I
is then swapped over. And did I take further photos? I can't remember if I did. Oh, then I've started sending out corals in the amazing little cages that Steve printed for me, and they are amazing. They fit the bags perfectly. And
Is that only for your top-notch customers then? Because I've just got some shit plastic pots in mine.
You did.
Right, okay. Yeah.
You did. But you did. But 7 deliveries I've sent out recently, 100% every single coral not only has survived, looks absolutely great. So I've cracked it, and the only things I've changed is I have gone bigger bags, smaller corals, no carbon in the bags. Oh, and let's not forget, my heat packs actually fucking heat up now. And that is the Lobo I got during COVID that I took a little sneaky peek picture of. And I think
It's lovely, is that?
Still in the quarantine tank?
it is. It is. And there's the goons again.
The what?
That what? See, Dan's quite tall.
He's pretty big.
Quite a large man, isn't he, Dan?
Ron, do you think having a bigger swing with your temperature has also helped?
So on my notes here, I have 2 degrees swing in temperature is the last thing I want to talk about. And do I think it's helped? Yes, I do. The difference in my frag system, coral growth wise, is absolutely bonkers. Coloration, I would say, is better as well. And I have literally not changed anything else.
So what are you doing, Ron? You're literally letting it drop down to 24 and then go back up to 26?
Yep, I am. It's literally bouncing, so it's a completely natural drop down to 24, and as soon as it is 24, the heaters come back on until it gets to 26, and then it just slowly drifts back down to 24, and it's just giving it that.
I'm now doing exactly what Ron's doing because I've had this thought for years, and I was speaking to Ron earlier last week, and I implemented it, and within a week, the nutrient and trace element intakes of my corals have suddenly just, like, they were always stable, and now they've gone, they've just started taking everything in suddenly, and my numbers have just dropped, and I'm now having to dose more than ever.
It's awesome. I totally agree. My alkalinity consumption went from 110 mil a day to 200.
Wow, that's a big jump.
So it's for somebody farming corals, so for somebody growing corals intentionally to then sell on, it's an absolute no-brainer.
Is that sodium carbonate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much are you dosing? 110?
200 now a day
200.
in the frag system. And the office reefer system is 120 now, I think. And it was 70.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's 75.2 to 78.8. That's a big swing.
Yep.
So would you say
the main point in this was because we spoke to Dong, and Dong was talking about he's an intelligent man. I'm an absolute mutant, right? So, but I can only imagine what Dong says probably is better than what I would say. But then he started to explain it in the green room because we stayed on for about an hour and a half or something like that, and he was talking more about the biological processes that corals go through. I'm not going to try and regurgitate it because I will completely butcher it, but it made sense to me the way he was discussing it. We're going to get him back on at some point, and we're going to have another chat about it because I really want to tell him my findings from me doing it, and I want him to actually explain what's actually happening because that's way above my understanding. But yeah, it's a big swing. But my main reason for this is because I was struggling so much with shipping corals, and I thought if I give these temperature swings to these corals constantly, would they be more reliable during a temperature shift during shipping? So that's the reason why I did it.
Are you coordinating that with daytime, nighttime?
No. It's a permanent 24 to 26 bounce.
It'll
That's-
randomize
how often does it do
days
that
as
then?
well.
Say again, sorry.
So I was just going to say, I was countering him because he was like, is it at certain points of the day, is it turning on, turning off? It's like, no, it's random. It'll get to the temperature whenever it gets, and then it'll slowly drop.
Correct.
Then when it drops, it'll keep... Because it's like that in the wild, with all the currents and ebbs and flows coming from every direction. The water's constantly changing temperatures over and over and over and over again.
Well, yeah, I mean, I spoke to Rob about this, and Rob says, he's been diving at some points, and you get these surges that come up from underneath you, and it's like your fucking testicles shrink.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's a constant. I mean,
I thought it was just old age.
I just have to say on the subject of this before we move on to Rob is, I'd been reefing for 4 or 5 years when BRS started the massive push with the 360 or whatever it was they called it, and all their days of reefing and things like that. And I took that as absolute gospel, and stability. And I do agree with stability, but not every parameter. So anyway,
So what you
you have
say?
That
You have that program now? Sorry.
So, no, you first.
Is it programmed now in your Apex to throughout the day go down, or how do you have that working?
I run a cheap Aquamedic temperature probe and controller before my Apex, so I'm not burning my Apex contacts on the EB6. Yeah. So basically, the Aquamedic is set to turn off on at 24, off at 26, and the Apex is told to turn off at 23.5 and turn off at 27, just to catch it in case the Aquamedic shits the bed, it stays on, or yeah. So, and there's two heaters plugged into 2 separate outlets for a bit of redundancy as well. There's also 2 temperature probes. There's one in the sump and one in the tank, because I found out when I was running one temperature probe in the tank, the temperature actually was pretty unstable throughout the entire system, and I wasn't getting an actual solid reading of what the temperature of the entire system was, especially if you're turning bumps off for like feeding or something like that. The temperature was plummeting. Anyway, Rob, what's been happening with you? Thank you for coming on. I really, it's been a while. You do make that noise to me most days.
I do, yeah.
N-E-N.
I mean, in a list of annoying bastards, you are right at the top.
Human what, Rob?
Acorn.
Acorn.
Fucking old bastard. I'm wearing a nappy.
Thank God for that.
I like squeeze.
Is that one of the advantages of you having grandkids?
It is. Yeah, I'm trying to think where I was at the last time I was on, what I've done, because it's been a while.
Have you found your tea yet, Rob?
No, they're fucking. Someone
Have
just
you
broke in
put
and stole that.
your pink end on your
No,
UV yet?
no. I keep looking at them every time I go in there. Got to psych myself. I hate touching those UVs.
So do I.
Every time I touch them, it costs me like 300 quid. I just smash the shit out of everything. I just go, I'll just check the bulb, smash. Just check the sleeves, smash. All right, okay. So it's new sleeves, new bulbs. So yeah, I don't actually have to check them until December. That's when the life of the bulb runs out. So I'll probably just do it all then.
So that's when the cap's getting fitted.
Yes. Yeah. So hopefully it works. Because I'll be gutted if I put it all back on and then they don't work. And I'll be like, shit.
It'll be a year before you can try the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. So what have I done? So I shut down my little satellite tank, didn't I, in my sump room, and I extended my sump. So I've now got two, I think they're 250 litre crates. They're like what Lee's got, just smaller, basically. One just got, so my return pumps, which were plumbed externally, are now running inside that sump. No advantage really either way, to be honest.
You got more water area though when it shuts off.
Yeah, so that was the reason I did it. Because if the returns went off, my sump overflowed.
How much
Now-
would you have lost if that had happened?
What literage? Probably 100 litres.
Oof.
That all?
Well, it's not a massive. It's not a massive amount, is it? All
Rookie
right.
numbers.
Yeah, okay. It's
So
just
that's what you normally throw on the floor in a week, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I can just lose that at the blink of an eye. Yeah, so now, not that I ever turn the returns off, but at least I know if they do ever go off, it's not going to flood that basement. And then I put another tank under the main tank, which has got all of the corals which don't like the amount of flow in the big tank, so all the soft, fluffy shit.
Wait, you put a new tank under your display tank?
It's not, yeah, it's one of those grey tubs like Lee uses for the thump. I put one of them under the tank.
Is that where your pipefish is? The reed one?
No, that's in the spawning tank. No, there's actually no fish in the tank with the. It's just got like trackies and lobos and scollies and stuff in it that just don't like that ripping flow in the big tank, and they look. When I look in there, probably once a month.
I was about to say, why have you even got them?
Just go, oh yeah.
Did you plumb it through? Did you plumb it through your main tank?
It's all plumbed into the main tank. Yeah, so it just sits there. Yeah, fuck knows, I don't know.
Can it
Get an
overflow?
updated tank
Like, how
tour
is it set
sometime
up?
soon, Rob. You've made
Say
a lot
again?
of changes. You need an
Oh.
updated tank tour.
I messaged Rob yesterday
Fuck
about
me, you're as annoying as him, Jason.
doing a tank tour. And what was the exact words I got back, Rob?
Of course, next week.
Yes,
Fuck
be
off.
delighted to.
Get your notebook, book me in.
Oh no, there we go. Meh. Meh. My Wi-Fi shite out there.
Well, it worked the last time, didn't it?
I think you actually misspelled the word wife shites out there.
It could be true.
Sorry, Jax.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've now got probably another 300-400 litres on the system as a whole. One was full of corals, which I don't look at, and the other one is just so if the returns go off, I've got the capacity.
So do you clean that? That it's not really a tank. It's more like a trough, right? Or
Yeah, it's just a bucket of shit, I suppose. I don't know what you call it. Yeah. Yeah, there's no fish in there. I've got some cleanup crew. What I actually do is I take all the millions of baby trochus snails that come out the spawning tank because they just breed like shit in there, and I put them into that where the soft stuff is.
Hello, Mo.
Hello, Moo.
There you
well.
go.
and you
Yeah.
just let it go.
Yeah, I might put a black tang in there.
Don't have to look at them, do you?
Because I
Rob's
don't have to
version
look
of
at it.
the I don't do fucking shit.
It is.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've been, it's just handy when you pick stuff out your main tank. You know, you just like, when you pick
You
frags
break a
and
little
shit.
frag off or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
throw
Yeah.
it in
And I
there.
just,
I don't know.
I literally just toss them in that tank under there.
So it's like
So-
the stage before bush it. It's like, do I
Pretty
want to
much,
bush it?
yeah.
I don't know.
That's exactly.
Holding pattern.
Yeah,
Bush
it's
it.
like an interim stage before it gets tossed. Yeah, that's it. Because I don't like cut all that shit in the main display. So what else have I done? I can't
Well,
think.
Emma's got a little comment here. Did Rob take mice placement lessons from Tom?
I did. I was going to be very rude to you then, Emma.
Good evening, Mark. Nice to see you.
I mean, I can't get any more closer to the mic. It's like literally there.
Put it in your mouth.
How's your
Yeah.
lighting?
Drum on the desk.
Oh,
Move your head forward, Rob. That's all you got to do.
no, I've got bad back.
Get any new fish?
Yes. Oh, so yeah. Well done, Jim. Jim's paying attention.
I knew he
Thank
didn't
Christ.
have notes, so I'm trying to feed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Feed the
Like my
pony.
prompter.
Feed the pony.
Jim's my fluffer.
He's elderly too, so we kind of do go slowly with him.
Thank you. Yes, so I got rid of 2 fish. So Steve has got one, a little pipefish.
Nice.
Still good.
Yep, it's loving it.
Excellent.
Swimming around
And-
with its new buddy.
Drippy has got my yellow tang, which that convict was being a prick to for the last 12 months or whatever.
Why didn't you give him the convict?
Well, one,
Yeah.
he didn't go in the trap. So if he went in the trap, I probably would have removed it. I wouldn't have given it away, though. It's my oldest fish. And he's like me. He's an absolute
The trout?
twat.
Absolute twat.
That the convict trout is your oldest fish?
That's
Yeah.
my funniest memory of meeting Rob when I first went to see his tank. Every time he went back, he went, wanker. Well, I won't use the word he actually fucking used, but yeah.
But to be fair, I've taken that yellow tang out and he seems to be, just acting normal.
So it's worked.
Well, so far. I mean,
Do we know
Yeah.
that the yellow tang wasn't a trout?
no, I don't
Right?
think so.
Maybe it was instigating.
I don't
Then
think
play a
so.
victim.
I think he was just a bit weak, to be honest.
Just kept
heard
looking
him?
at it wrong.
Drippy's getting on with it. Have you heard if it's causing any trouble in his tank?
No, Drippy says
Powerhead,
fine.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, this is fine. I stuck to the MP40 last week. I'm good. I think it's fine. Yeah. And then I bought another, not sure what it is. My eyesight's shit, to be honest. You know what I mean? I can't stack fucking pipefish. Tom's going to me, the male's got the groove and other people are going to got little bristles on their snout. I'm just going, I'm happy I can see it fucking moving. I haven't got that degree of eyesight to work out. So I bought another pair from AAC and I thought I'll stick them in. There'll be 3. I'm really lucky, maybe a 3 will get on, but they're vicious little bastards, really. And 2 that started fighting, I just took one out. Yeah, thank you.
I think he means he's going to stick forks in your eyes. Rob.
Yeah, just come up with a white stick next time. Yeah, well, and then I got the, what is that called? The crocodile pipefish from Drippy, which he bought with you, apparently, when you was all at Finest.
Yes.
You would remember that. So one of them didn't make it, but I think he didn't have a pair anyway. I think he had 2 females. And one
Are they-
got,
The white bottom dwelling ones.
sorry?
Are they
No,
the
the
white
green one.
ones?
No,
The
green ones.
crocodile?
Yeah, they got
Just,
a very flat.
Um,
They're really flat on the bottom, like the underside of the fish. White, I'd say it's like a,
It's
A
not
creamy
it wasn't the
colour.
white one.
like a creamy
Yeah,
colour.
there's I know those as snake pipefish. Crocodile ones are like what Lee just said. They're more green.
That's the one that he's got. 'Cause I
What is
remember
it?
seeing him at Finest.
You've got
The top part's green.
3, haven't you?
Looks like a crocodile.
2 stripes.
Yeah, I've got 2 stripes and I've got one. I don't know. He called it a crocodile. Someone else called it an alligator. I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, they're quite large. And when it sleeps, because I've looked at it on the camera, it because they got like a little prehensile tail, haven't they? So it hooks onto the rockwork and it just sways upright like this.
Super shit at swimming. Like,
Yeah, they're not
super
great swimmers at all. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why Drippy was told that would do well in the mixed reef. Because they are shit at swimming.
So it's in your main
Anyway.
display though, not
No,
in the
no,
trough.
it's in my spawning tank.
Oh,
I can't
Those-
imagine it would have lasted long in your main display.
Oh, no.
Well, think about it, they come out of ocean anyway.
Just imagine
don't
that soul hole going, oh, hello, what's that, spaghetti? Yeah, fish wise, other than obviously it took the yellow tang out, they are all doing well. They're all just growing really. I'm just starting to work out. I think the soho is probably fully grown. I mean, it might grow slowly over the next 5 years, I think. But the Dusamari tang is going to be a big fish. I think. You just tell by the meaty size of its eyeball and its mouth.
Good.
Definitely bigger than the soho. But yeah,
How big is your solo, Rob?
It's probably. It's hard to tell when they're in the tank. 'Cause when
Half
you
the
come out
size of
them,
me.
it's like- Yeah, I was going to say it's about up to Dave's hip. I don't know, 14
His hip or his nip?
of his bending over. I don't know, 14, 15 inches. It's big.
Bigger than your head.
Lump.
Is
Yeah.
my memory
Yeah,
of visiting
I mean, I
your
think
tank.
yeah. I mean, and he's got really nice long streamers on him now. So
It's about 2 inches bigger than Vampire.
yeah, it does look nice.
I love them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful fish. Fuck me, they don't take any shit.
I don't like fucking on men, but thanks for offer.
Fucking hell.
And yeah, so the other thing I made is I'm at the stage now where I don't actually buy any reefing products dose in the tank other than salt.
Brilliant.
Other than what?
Salt. So the only thing
Salt.
I buy that's like made is salt. Yeah.
Did you not buy A&K the other day?
No. Why
Do you
did you
mean
say
he
that?
bought an AK on Black Market?
Yeah.
I'm sure in one of your videos, like last week or the week before, you said, I've just bought like my last pack of A&K traces.
I think you've been watching the old ones again, Steve.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah. No, I think what I said is I've finished my last K, and now I've made my own K. So I've now been dosing. I think it's 3 weeks.
So when is Bobby the Trout supplying going to start selling these products that you promised you were going to sell us?
I'll give it to you immediately, Lee. I'll give you the recipe, mate. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh dear.
Yeah. No, I mean, so the A I've been running for a year, so I'm pretty confident that's pretty solid. Obviously, the K's only been going for 3 weeks, so I need to do some ITPs, and I just need to let it run for months and months, really.
I was going to say, did you test it in any way beforehand, Rob, before you started dosing it?
Well, I made up I think this is the 3rd batch I made. The first 2, just look at something and went, I'm not putting that shit in my tank.
Yes.
So I refined it, yeah. So this one mixed up well, and I thought, okay.
So are
be
you
good.
tweaking this off of your tank's uptake?
Well,
So if you-
basically, at the moment, it's just the kind of basic model of what Tropic Marin make. But the idea is, once I know what everything is in there is not killing anything in the tank, there's no... Because the trouble is, you can't always buy the ideal chemical that you want because it's not available to the members of the Republic.
Cobalt.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to go down sort of slightly different tangents to get the thing you want, and it might be combined with something else. So there's a lot of that to work out, and then once you make it and it's not precipitating, dropping out of solution or something, then you need to know whether there's anything additional in there which could cause trouble long term. But once all of that shit's out of the way, and I've done several ICPs and the tank looks good, then it allows me to adjust it to my own tank. So if it starts to tell me something is always low, then when I make up the mixture, I can just obviously add a bit more. Yeah, that's the kind of the idea anyway. And then also, if I want to, I can split them all out and do all of them individually, which is what Zelements and Triton and all those people do.
Fuck.
Yeah, I
that.
just am curious, like how that would work because say you gave it to Lee, who has an LPS tank. Trace solvents are going to be used up at a different pace.
Yeah, completely differently. Yeah.
So I wonder. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would be different, obviously, but I mean, you can change the mix. I mean,
Yeah, that's
obviously,
the
there's
amount
parameters.
of our water I use, won't I?
I mean, obviously, anything Lee mix is going to have lanthanum in it.
Yep. I have it in my tea now. It's great.
It's just a given.
That's it. Yeah, just get it in there.
So when are you going to start sending ICPs away then, and then start seeing where you are?
Well, I got the is it the ATI one from where did they go? One of the meets they gave them
Love
out
to Reef.
free, didn't
Love
they?
to Reef,
Is it Love
yeah.
to Reef? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a bit like not a massive fan of switching companies to look at sort of trends because I could get that back in here and go, oh, I got a weird result on this, and then I could send off. That I tend to use Elements just because it's a quick turnaround, a couple of days normally. So I'll probably just get one of those. I haven't done one yet. Can't remember the last one. Probably 6 weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago. I did my last one. So yeah, I'll probably I'll send one off, see what it looks like, and then if there's no alarm bells. And I'll
So
just
you've
say,
been dosing
jog
your
along.
hay traces for about a year, did you say?
Yeah.
And things, so you've obviously sent an ICP away in the last 12 months. So how did that come back in relation to, so going from Tropic Marin A to your own A, did
Yeah.
you see a difference at all?
No.
Wow.
No, I mean, I've sent, well, 4 actually. I think I've sent since I've been dosing that A. Yeah, no difference at all, really. Yeah.
You
So there's-
And you're
nailed
still
it.
doing the base level as well, right, Rob?
Yeah, I'm still dosing exactly the same amount I was when I had the A's and the K's from Tropic Marin. Yeah, so it's basically, which is kind of what I wanted, really. And then once I do the same with the K, hopefully, then I can start adjusting the levels.
Do you remember, Jim and Jason, do you remember if Budnick ever nailed it?
I don't
No, I
think
don't
he
think he
did.
No, I
Okay,
don't
that,
think so.
didn't he?
I think
He
he
kept
was
having issues with
problems.
it, with stuff precipitating real bad.
Precipitating. Yeah.
It was another one of those deals where, like, I'm not putting that in.
Yeah. I mean, that is the most difficult thing is sourcing chemicals.
You don't know
as a-
what you're
as-
getting. I mean,
Yeah, and as an individual, if you're with a company and you're buying bulk, you can get good deals and better stuff.
and
and
it's
cheaper
not
prices
any
and whatever.
easier here than it is
No, I'm
there.
sure it isn't.
I mean, some things are probably easier, but I don't think everything is not available here, just like it's not available to you readily.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that's been the most difficult thing, to be honest. Getting,
Are you mixing anything else in to either batch that is more than what Tropic Marin puts in theirs?
I did, Jim. I can't remember. Now. I've got notes. I just haven't got it with me. I keep them in the fish room, so when I mix it up, I know. But the A, I've tweaked the A. But obviously, I'll keep tweaking it until the ICPs come back and and then all the traces are
What's the difference
decent.
in cost then?
It's a lot. Well, the A and K Tropic Marin are £240, aren't they, for the 5 litre set for retail, and
243 wholesale.
yeah.
Yes. it's fucking close.
Yeah. Not big margins. Yeah. I think I worked out I can make 25 litres for the cost of the 5 litre. The basic
That's good, isn't it?
yeah.
So it's 5 times the amount then.
Yeah. And it allows you to tweak it as well if you know what you're putting in there.
Yeah.
So which is quite
That's quite cool.
yeah.
That what
you can
God is
tailor it.
doing too?
Who?
The Tesla lover? Isn't God's got his own little batch of that shit
Well, I think
he mixes
yeah.
up?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
what's it?
he mixes his own from the element stuff, I believe.
Yeah, I think
All it is
I
is
think if you ask them, they tell you how to make a custom trace mix, don't they?
no, what it is, you've just got a chart and it's got, you can mix this load together and that load together, and that's it.
A in your K. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone
It's
noticed
the
Tom
certain
looks
traces
like?
that won't mix together. They just cancel each other out.
Sorry, Steve, on you go.
Has anyone
Sorry.
noticed Tom looks like Darth Sidious?
Yes, he does.
I have noticed that Tom is drinking what looks to be phytoplankton.
Doing a viral shot.
Viral shots. Oh, I love that saying.
It is so cool. Yeah. Yeah. Is that me done? I can't think of anything else.
Well, I mean, we've got 5 minutes to go, but you know what? We're just going to go until it's done. So we'll just see the amount of audience numbers just go.
Jesus, yeah.
I was hoping to just switch this off in 5 minutes. Liam, how are things going with you? So, do you want me to put your little thing up on?
Is that your plumbing, Steve?
Fucking hell.
Hi, Mrs. learning the cello.
We're going to need a bigger sound clip.
The parrots learnt pretty quick.
He's not far off.
I'm sure I made a banner for this. Here we go. Boom. If you want to help Liam's cause for protecting sharks and hopefully just having them being policed within the industry.
Yeah. I mean, I was asked to make some notes of what I've been going on with.
Good lad. Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's not one of Jim's stories.
Yeah.
It's not far off. It's got pictures and everything.
Oh, did you draw them?
Is that Jeremy on
Oh,
it?
you fucker. I've just... What is that?
That's you in the pub.
Love it.
And then you in your P45, look.
Fucking hell. Do you have a job?
I must admit, when I asked, is that Jeremy? I thought it was going to be Jeremy from Finest. And then I actually clocked who it was.
No, so yeah, after the last Salty Banter that we had, I got a bit of inspiration and I created the Sharks Foundation thing. So we've got a Facebook page, Instagram, website, and then we've got the petition to hopefully, like you say, try and police sharks being sold in the hobby.
And this is the link to the petition right here. That if everyone goes there, you can sign it for free. For free. It doesn't cost anything. So fucking get it done.
90 signatures. I'm sure we can get the last 10 tonight.
Ooh, come on.
We could do it.
We'll
So the plan is I'll get as many as we can signatures, and I can then put that forward to TMC, or I might just ask Steve to pass it on.
Their spokesperson.
TMC, great.
Yeah, but they're bringing in sharks.
Horror.
Oh my god.
So we can put that forward to them and say, look, we need to try and do something and help at least stop the impulse buying of sharks and things that look really cute in an egg or 6 inches or whatever, small ones. They do. They look cute.
Mm.
Well, 6 inches.
When they get a bit bigger, they get a bit more of a problem.
Poor Rob was going to spit his fucking whiskey out then.
6 inches, the perfect size.
Apparently
Looks
so.
like a glove.
So hopefully we can just try and either educate shops to not sell them, try and get some shops on board. I've already had someone reach out from quite a large shop to say that they completely agree with it. They're on board. They'd like to do as much as they can to help, and we're working through that, and we'll go from there. Tank wise,
have you been in touch with the likes of, all joking aside, with TMC? Because obviously people are, I would say, almost 100% of these shops that are getting sharks are getting them via TMC, therefore going to the source of the people importing and then selling to the LFS.
Yeah, have you tried to put a complaint in to say your wave makers don't work? Because
yes.
they don't tend to respond that greatly.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because they know they don't work. No point responding to it, is there?
How many people died in the house?
100%.
Exactly, Jim, yeah. Chances of it working.
Look at Steve's face. He's like, how dare they talk about TMC like this?
I think I'm going to have to leave. Yeah.
I'm hoping we've run out of time, so we can't do you, Steve.
So I've had no response or anything yet, but they might. We'll see.
Okay.
Tank wise, I've had a little bit of an issue with tangs being knobheads. My yellow eye cold tang has gone rogue and killed fish and bullied them, pinned them to corners, and they've obviously gone weak. And I've found fish stuck to closed loop inlets and all sorts.
I can't believe you've had a problem with a coal tank. I've never experienced that, but it's all down to what you've got in your tank and amount of
it's weird, isn't it?
space. And, yeah, it's weird.
Every single coal tank I've had's been an absolute arsehole. It's I don't
Is
understand.
that is your Soho on the background, isn't it? No, I'm looking at.
Yeah, he's
It's quite small, isn't he? He looks small.
He's about 7 inches.
Okay.
It's probably your eyesight, Rob.
It's a bit bigger than cute then.
Steve, I will remove you.
So the yellow-eyed coals turned into a knobhead. The soholes turned into an absolute knobhead. And they were bullying fish, chasing fish all day long, which then kicked off ick. And I've had issues, same as what Rob's had, with sleeves with the UV, bulbs, cables rusting. Yeah, so I didn't have a UV running, so I've had it kick off.
Fucking put that down, Lee.
And so I took a bold decision. I sumped the Soho for about a week with the rest of them. I had to make a decision of, do I keep the Soho or do I keep the other tangs? And Soho stayed, and the rest have all been moved on to the fish shop.
Wow. So what did you let go then?
Powder blue, the stripy, I had a sailfin tang that I've had from, it was a tiny little thing. And I finally got rid of my Regal tang that she's been keeping for the last 3 years.
Wow, so you must really fucking like that Sohal tang.
That's a lot to give up.
They're beautiful. And so I've swapped those fish for another 20 chromis, Lee. And I'm hoping with a large Sohal swimming about, it might encourage a little bit more shoaling. I don't know. They just go everywhere in the tank anyways. I don't know. I put some tester corals in because I killed them all. I think it's my own fault doing my own phyto. Didn't keep on top of it. Didn't keep it clean. Didn't keep it sterilised. And I've grown something in there that didn't like corals or really liked corals.
I totally agree. I totally agree with you. After speaking to multiple people about this whole phyto thing, the bacteria that you're potentially dosing in your tank,
it got to stage I was putting 5 litres a day in, and
fucking hell!
What?
5 litres. I mean, that's like Lee's Lantern dosing.
Per your recommendation.
But I mean, it's at the time, I was looking at it as it's something good that I'm putting in the tank. I still had nutrients that were being taken up. It wasn't bottoming anything out apart from the colour of my corals. But I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So yeah, lesson learned. Another one.
The fish that you took back to the shop, Liam, were they your fish or did they belong to Jazz?
The Regal was Jazz's.
Okay.
And
She's made a comment in the chat about it.
Yeah, I can imagine she has. I didn't think she was still watching. Hello, darling.
Oh, that is a harsh comment. You must get rid of my fish. I hope that couch is comfy, Liam.
I was just thinking,
Jesus.
hope that couch is good.
But that parrot's going to be taught some choice words.
There are nice Regal tangs, don't get me wrong. They're nice colour and it didn't
They're
really
strange fish, aren't they? Fucking weird fish, Regal tangs. They do some very weird things.
Totally agree.
It didn't eat
Like
algae.
nori.
Yeah, it didn't.
I eat coral. I know that much.
Yeah.
Oh, we can get away with that word.
I'll agree with that one, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck it. Do it live.
So so I put some tester corals in.
Oh, I thought he
not-
said, so yeah, see ya.
Yeah. No, so they've not kept their colour like they did in the shop, but they do sometimes anyway. Give it a couple of weeks, let the tank stabilise. I'll wait till I've got the chromis in and just let nutrients balance out. get the alkalinity in, calcium, and the three mains on level again, and hopefully in a few weeks more corals. I don't know. We'll see.
I forgot to mention my corals one, didn't I? Sorry.
No, it's quite. I mean, it's quite
I'm
rude.
gonna go, fucking dick.
I think you're just.
Matt just went in
used to
the
them.
comment, went corals. And I went, what's he fucking talking about? Oh,
You're
yeah.
just used to them coming out the box already dead, I assume. So you're just like breezing over that.
Sorry.
Oh, I did need to give Harry a quick shout out. He made me a sock holder to go in my trickle filter system. I converted a trickle filter into a sock holder system.
He's a clever boy,
socks.
is there, Harry?
Yeah,
Some good stuff.
special socks.
Salt-
Not
salty
TMC
socks.
ones. Yeah,
Frosty sock holder.
they work.
Not TMC. So
Not to get them confused with your own socks, because if you put your foot in one of them, it's got a bristleworm in it.
Well, I don't have any bristleworms, weirdly.
Mm.
I think it's the rock, like, because I've got the Aqua Life rock, whatever it is that you lot hate. They can't get in it. They've got nowhere to go. I've
Sweeping
never had
statement.
bristleworms.
The Camburian or anything, it would be more likely when you did that dosing that killed all your snails and that lets them come all out.
I've never had any, even with the shark, when feeding live food and stuff like that.
Well, shark could have them anyway.
So are you? How are you feeling about your system now, Liam? You've been. I mean, not to say you're been on the same path as Jason, right? Because you've moved house and things like that. But I feel like it's been quite a drama-filled.
I thought there was an insult in here somewhere, Jason. Yeah.
You're right there, Jason.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Liam's got an excuse. You're just shit.
There seems to be a curse around having a custom-made fish tank, I think. Because every other tank I've fucking owned, it's been absolutely fine. And you go to them two knobheads and everything goes to shit for the rest of your life.
So are you blaming the
I think
tank?
the silicon's
manufacturer?
leaching shit into your tank.
It's the silicon. He's poured tin in it, yeah.
Don't hold back, Liam. Tell us how you feel, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Lead-based glass.
No, I don't know. I don't know if it's just a bigger system. Life gets busier. I don't know. It's one of them. At the moment, I'm really enjoying a fish-only tank.
Do you think
easy.
it's turning a corner then? I mean, obviously, algae.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Near what it was.
I've got a little bit. Well, the algae's completely gone. The sea hare did an amazing job at that. Gins, I chucked 40 snails in, I think, and they've decimated all the hair algae. Yeah, it's turning a corner. Nitrate's bottomed out completely. Put the other day on Discord.
Yeah.
Wow. That's because you took all them tanks out, I suppose. There's a lot of shit not going in a tank.
I'm just not fucking with it and just let it do its thing. Let it stabilise. Just go from there.
I mean, room for a shark, really.
Yeah.
No.
Too soon.
They're cute at 6 inches.
They are. Yeah. Oh, you crack on, Lee. No worries, mate.
Yeah, see you, Lee.
Yeah.
You teach that parrot to shit over the tank.
I love that. You crack on.
He's not even muted.
What is he doing? Is he on the phone?
That'd be his mum. Where's the fucking £4 for that bike, you slag?
It's cancer research. What the fuck are you doing another week?
Oh, okay, right, I've muted him just in case.
You never know.
Jim, I know you don't do fucking shit, but what's been happening?
I know. I tried to take some notes on what I do.
Oh.
Because I say I don't do shit, but I do 2 things. I do water tests every week, and I do a 22 gallon, 10% water change weekly. So that's what I did. And since I wouldn't say I neglected my tank because I barely do shit anyway. When I had surgery, I didn't do a lot. Like I didn't do water changes for 3 weeks. I didn't do water testing for 3 weeks. So what happened, like the last month, all of a sudden my calcium started measuring 300. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, do I need to up my dosing? Is my doser clogged? What's going on? And everything was fine. And I'm like, test kit's got to be old. And I just thought, okay, just leave it the way it is. Weekly alkalinity was good. I know ratios on how much I typically dose and if I need to add more, and everything looked okay. So I watched my bottle; it was dosing the amount I thought it was, and um, I didn't calibrate anything. I really didn't do shit but watch the bottle. Tested a week later, calcium still at 300 from 380. All of a sudden, it's at 300. I'm like, I got to buy a new test kit, and I didn't, and just thought, oh, whatever. And and then I told some of you guys like our dog almost died last weekend, and I'm like, but I got to go buy a test kit because something's fucked up with my calcium. So that's the one thing I did last weekend was I bought a test kit for calcium, and it was 380. So I was right. Like test kit went south. I was down to a little bit left of the solution, which probably had, somehow gotten a little adjusted for what was in there. And calcium test kits aren't the best anyway. So my calcium's at 380, my alk's still at 9, and my mag is at 1380. So that's all I did, and it's fine.
How's your dog doing?
She's bounced back. She was on like a really heavy duty barbiturate to try and get her mind wiped so she wouldn't have another seizure, which we think she might have had a seizure that made her half paralyzed. So she's okay now. Today she started walking up the stairs again on her own. So hopefully she rebounds and everything's good. But it was a rough week. So.
Yeah, you sent that photo of her completely like flat on the floor, right? And I see dogs do that here in the summer. So they're getting cooled down on like the laminate flooring. And I instantly put a crying laughing face thinking, oh, the dog's cooling down. You're like, no, she's
dying.
She can't fucking get up. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, she realized she needed to widen her stance to be able to walk because she was falling over. So she widened her stance. As soon as she widened her stance on the tile floor, all 4 legs would go out.
Yeah, she overdid it.
And then you could hear all 4 legs scratching, and she couldn't move. So we'd have to help her up. So, yeah, but I think she's going to bounce back, which is great. Like, I walked into the vet at 2 a.m. last Saturday night carrying the dog, which couldn't move, and thought we were putting her down, and she's bounced back. So that's nice.
Okay, how old is she then?
She's 8.5.
Oh, that's not very old.
Yeah. So.
And the cat's still going strong, still doing the smelliest shits known to man.
Yeah, she's down here with me, so yeah, she's doing good. She shit last time on Salty.
She did. Shit's live. After live shit.
She want to do it live today. So. Yeah, but I haven't cleaned my glass because the dog thing kind of set us back for a week, and I did my water change. I haven't really been testing salinity. I thought I'll drop the hydrometer in there and see what it is, and 1.0262, and I'm like, all right, it's good. Because I haven't even been measuring my salt. I just know about 20 gallons of water, a little over 10 cups of salt, and it should mix pretty close, and everything's been good.
What salt do you use?
What's that?
What salt do you use?
Reef crystals.
Reef crystals. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I thought about going to Instant Ocean and just adjusting my calcium and mag up or down, whatever it comes out. They're so close.
Yeah, they are. I think Reef crystals is a bit richer, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're a bit
Yeah,
higher.
but when you look at what's been measured in certain studies, like this is higher, that's higher. It's like Don says, what pinch of salt mix do you get in the trace in this one and a pinch in that one? Yeah. And you never know. So
yeah.
If anyone's interested in Jim's weekend regime, there is a video of it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, what I do, my weekly test. Yeah,
we go through his water change and he's testing live.
Yeah, I pretty much stopped testing nitrates and phosphates. Like my tank is stable. I'm not worried about it. The fish are all healthy. I went to the fish store last week, 2 weekends ago, thinking maybe I'll get, or last week when I got the calcium, looking for a file fish, maybe an appetizer file fish. He had one, but I didn't like it, so I didn't get it. It's that the appetizer is starting to kind of get a little bit messy, and going at it manually is a pain in the ass. So, maybe I'll get a fish that tries and help with. I haven't seen the Frasier eating NutriBox, so I don't know if they survived or not. But maybe they're still in there somewhere.
What was that guy's name? Was it Joe?
Joe who? Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, maybe they're in there somewhere, or maybe not. But I should have probably put them in my frag tank first and let them breed in there instead of putting them in the display. Skimmer running fine. Everything's running fine. If a heater goes when I was sick, my fucking ATO went out, little fucker.
Oh.
So 2.5 weeks post surgery, I had one on hand. I don't know which one it is. It's a little eye sensor ATO it's a good one. I had to swap it out one night I thought I got it rerun and I just thought it missed the sensor. Sometimes they miss the sensor and they don't catch back up to it and they don't realize that they need to go. But no, the pump was fucking bad. And so I replaced the whole setup. I had one spare, which is good.
How long's that been running with no problems? And then you go into hospital and it decides to shit the bed?
Yeah. That's the way it is, right? So
yeah, perfect alignment.
So, but not a big deal. I mean, I had the ATO. I don't have my system built where it's hard to get to anything. So,
I don't know if this guy's saying he likes your nude pictures or
nude.
Well, I don't have to.
I was going to say, gutty with that F1 behind you.
I had to take them down. F1, fulfilling my artistic dreams with that now. So I had to move on from my sketches. I'll have to maybe go on vacation again and pick some up.
See that goat again, Jim. See that goat again.
Goat, yeah.
Another
Unfortunately, that goat died that night, but. So yeah, I'll have to, or maybe I can dig up some of my other artwork that I picked up along the way at some of my other journeys and tell you guys about them
Trip
later.
to Thailand. You should bring those ones up.
That was a scary one. Oh, stories from there.
Fucking hell.
You and Gary Glitter.
I'll tell you about it. Like 2 a.m. It was like 2 a.m. We were out. Fucking don't go out at 2 a.m. in Thailand.
Okay, so Steve, how are you? You're muted.
He's got TMC Mike. TMC Mike, that is.
Been sitting all fucking night.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, he should have said no.
He was too busy fucking around with his wee soundboards.
Yeah, little fucking.
I've been fragging. I've been trying to tidy up my tank a little bit and thin it out a little bit. That was my strategy.
You did a shit job at that, mate. You put fucking 20 more corals in.
We are there, Dave. Fucking hell, we don't hold back, does he, Dave?
It's very full at the moment.
It is full, man. Jesus.
That's what she said.
You can add some more. I think you got room.
So I fragged Harry's favourite coral, frog spawn.
I'm not saying it.
And a Duncan and a few other bits that I put on there, and I thought, you know what, this would be great. I'll start to get rid of a few more. And then Darren McGinty, he came to see me on Friday, and we went to my local fish shop. Yeah, sorry about that, Darren.
Memorable.
He's the other guy I slipped off.
Gary the Nosher.
I don't even know where Gary came from.
Oh, he came from behind that.
Going back onto the glitter subject.
Yeah, so he had a couple of frags off me, and I thought, excellent, that's 2 less.
Gone.
but he bought me 3, so I'm actually 1 more.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So
Do you got an
So-
index? Do you have like a spreadsheet of every coral you have in that tank?
no,
Proper names?
no.
You've got
You need the
lists and it's
64-bit
brown.
version for that many entries.
I was going to say, I don't have enough rows.
You'd have to cross-reference them from the size of coral, colour of coral, so you get brown,
Yeah.
slightly
No,
coloured,
no
white.
pox tolerance.
Yeah. So I've put them on band, and I'll probably not shift them and I don't know, throw them in the bush or something. But yeah, I thought I'd try jellyfish. Last time we spoke, I was
going to ask how your asylum seekers were doing.
yeah. So last time we spoke, they were going to be destroyed because they'd been imported into the country without the right paperwork, and I actually got the FedEx pack said dead jellyfish for disposal written in big letters on the front of it. And they'd
What, they
crossed
delivered
out,
it to you?
yeah.
Fuck.
But what they'd done is they'd gone to go and dispose of them. They'd opened up the box and they'd gone, oh fuck, they're alive. So they'd scribbled out dead and wrote alive, and then instead of destroyed,
This is fucking mental.
instead of destroy, they put deliver. And then I got an email saying, we're going to deliver your jellyfish. After
Well,
they
so
told
the
me
fact
that
they
they
didn't have
wouldn't.
the paperwork to import them, bring them in. That's
Yeah, I don't know why they suddenly
said, "Fuck
decided
it."
to.
yeah. Fuck it, toss that in the bush. Yeah, I'm
So-
going to
Let
deliver
him
this
fuck with them. He's the
rabid
idiot who ordered
animal
them.
to you.
I didn't get any. I got an email Friday morning saying, we're going to deliver your parcel today. And I was like,
So for
"Fuck's
like a
sake."
week?
A week and a half.
Oh, it's
It's
mental.
still alive.
And I
God,
was
Zach
like,
Budnick killed him in one fucking night.
Yeah, Zach knows how to kill shit.
Professional.
I was really annoyed because I thought the guy that had sold them originally had just shipped me another load. And then I looked and I was like, hang on a minute, no, this is the first lot. Why are they sending me a load of dead jellyfish? But no, they turned up and they were alive and they're in my jellyfish tank and they're still swimming around and happy as you like.
Did you take any
unfortunately-
pictures of the pack, like how they were packed? Were they just in bags or?
They
you go
were
unboxing?
in one big bag in a poly box and that was it.
Wow.
Just floating around.
That's
Yep.
interesting.
Week and a half. Madness.
Yeah. So
Wonder
they're
if you
supposed
put
to
a
be-
big fucking bag in your fish tank so they don't get caught in a corner. They'll do better.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
Floating
tank
for life.
specifically designed for jellyfish, isn't it? And it keeps them just going.
Yeah.
around.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
so
long will
they-
that last? Is it a TMC pump in there?
I think they're like they're good for like 20 years or something.
Fucking
Yeah,
20.
the
Or
tank.
20 minutes.
It's
Yeah.
jellyfish.
Yeah. Yeah. One or the other.
I get 10 years and Steve like these fucking jellyfish.
So
Where
Bernadette,
is that tank? Yeah.
Bernadette wants to see them.
It's just beside me. I can't actually pick it up, and I can pick it up, but the lead isn't long enough to bring it in front of the camera,
This,
unfortunately.
this sounds like a car crash. Let's do it.
What? You can't pick the tank up?
Fucking
Do
live,
it live.
It's
I'd
only
say move
50
the
litres.
camera.
Can't you
Surely
pick up
it
the
is, isn't
camera?
it?
Yeah.
This is just survived for
Take the fucking tank
Come on,
to the
Dave.
camera.
Come on, Steve. Fucking do it. Steve, do it.
They survived in a
Come on,
fucking
come on,
box
stupid
for a week
fucking-
and a half. You can unplug it for 2 seconds and bring them over to the camera.
Yeah, but then you won't
pull
see it
one
because
out.
the lights will be off.
Just
Put
pull
the
one
pump
out,
on
mate.
this part again.
Put your
Right.
phone torch underneath it.
It's all fucking excuses.
Whoa. Just calm down.
Check the video.
Remember,
This is a video to
breathe.
present.
Everybody breathe.
Oh, we got a video.
Oh, here we go.
Professional.
So this
It's
is
not
just
the same
after they've been
effect, Steve.
fed as well. So they've got food in. You can actually see the food inside the jellyfish.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What is the food?
It's tropic marine jellyfish food.
It's a very smelly dust.
Clues in the
Basically,
title.
yes.
Are they? Is it bits of food? Is that all the little bits?
Yes. Yeah, it's like tiny little, it's just a powder. And it kind of goes in suspension in the water and they just kind of grab it as they float past. And
Have you touched
Fair,
one?
they just look like floating condoms, don't they?
they do, yes. It's
If you
just
put a
like
fish-
Clacton Beach.
I mean, it's like having fucking David Attenborough on the stream, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, exactly.
What would happen if you put a chromis in there?
Here we are in the East African Ocean. And as you can see, these floating condoms.
Johnny. Bernadette's got a question. I'll answer it quickly. No, you can't, Bernadette. They would tear themselves apart on it.
Yes.
You're very delicate. You can't put anything else in there.
No other fish?
They go well with turtles.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the millennials of fish.
They're related to
They're very
corals.
delicate.
They're like
they sting you,
Medusa stage,
Steve?
aren't they?
So they can sting, but it's a bit like corals. It's not enough of it can't penetrate your skin.
So if you
It'd be
had a
like
you
cut
don't
on your
feel it.
finger, it
If you
would.
put your cock in there, you might get a sting, but not your finger.
Yes. And if you have a cut on your finger, I guess.
Someone had to say
Get
it.
my sunburned nipple in there and like, yeah.
I mean, to
Yeah.
be fair, Lee, I think you'd be all right because the water's probably about that far down from the top. So
That's never something.
He's just taking that one. He's taking it.
Yeah, yeah.
What's
Good
the
evening, Melinda. Hello.
hi, Melinda.
Throw some pulsing xenia in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I imagine that would
Nah.
probably just kill the jellyfish.
Yeah.
How
So
does
do you reckon-
the pumps pump the water around in a circle, right, to keep the jellyfish suspended and they don't touch the sides? Where on the tank is that water getting pulled in to then get pushed out?
So, as you look at the front of so I guess it depends which way around, but in the top right corner, as I look at it, there's a bar with a set of holes in it, which pushes water around the edge. And then if this bit here is where the bar is kind of blowing this way, there's a grate here, which as the water makes its way all the way around, kind of goes out. And then there's some filter sponges and stuff to filter it.
Okay, so the flow is pushing them away from where it's getting sucked in, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
So it sounds like TMC have definitely made something correctly.
It's,
For it.
it's circular though, surely. So if it's pushing it away at some point, it's going to come back round.
It's a TMC tank.
It is, yeah. It's a TMC Chrysler 10.
And
What's the-
Is that 10 litres? 10, what's the
10
for?
litres.
All in
Ten
one,
liters.
like pumps and everything. TMC,
Yep.
just to
Yeah. All in one. And
you
it
know the
actually it has a couple of little outlets on it, so it looks like you can plumb it into a larger system and circulate. So if you want a larger water volume, you can.
I thought that's for a
Amazing.
chiller. Is that not for a chiller, that outlet?
I don't know.
Huh. What the fuck?
Do they like jellyfish?
Probably. Dip their chips in them. But do they breed or anything interesting? Can you do anything with them? Or
So yeah, apparently they will breed in captivity. You know, the different jellyfish species. Some are easier than others. I don't think I'll be breeding them. I haven't actually looked into how to do it all.
How do you tell if they're male or female? And how do you tell the
They're the same sex. They're
illegal
hermaphrodites.
immigrants from the other ones?
hermaphrodites, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Jellyfish, anemones, and corals, they're all related. The only difference is one walks, one swims, and one stays in place.
Sounds like the start of a really shit joke.
Yeah. They all walk into a bar.
Well, one of them doesn't. It stays still, and the other one swam.
One of them's dragged into a bar.
Roxanne's got a little question for you, Steve. How much did you pay for it?
The jellyfish are really expensive. The first two that were the ones that came from Prague, I actually got refunded for them because they were going to be destroyed and I didn't think they were going to be delivered. So those ones were free. But the other two I ordered were like 49 quid each.
What? Per jellyfish.
Yeah, per jellyfish. They were very, very expensive.
How long do they live?
18 months.
You
I
said
think
20,
if you're lucky.
20 years earlier.
20 minutes
no,
on the
no,
TNT pump.
I mean, I'm
20
pretty
years
sure,
is how
Steve,
long the tank lasts.
you've dropped
not
a
the
shitload
jellyfish.
of money on frags and killed him within a week. Is 49 quid that expensive?
So I think Roxanne was actually asking how much the tank cost, Steve.
I think they're 150 quid.
No, how much did you pay for it is the exact
Well,
question.
how much I actually got given it by the very kind people at Tropical Marine Centre.
Did you?
To make a bit
Really?
of content on. Yeah.
You whore.
Very, very nice of it.
Guzzle tank.
Let's say what you say, Rob.
Yeah, so I picked up on it. I knew that's what she was angling at. I
Yeah,
knew
me
what
too.
she was angling at. And Dan fucking knew as well. Little cheeky sausage. Look. So are you under some sort of
Obligation.
Contract.
do you have to make content now to show it working and stuff like that?
So when I went to the Reef Summit event that they had, they were saying that they were trying to kind of interest and bring in the next generation of reef keepers, basically. And I started to think, how can I help this journey? You know, how can I help get people into the hobby? And I spent way too long thinking about it before I then just asked my 12-year-old daughter, what kind of fish would you like? And she went, I want jellyfish. Fair enough. that's
shark.
quite-
I was about
quite
to say
interesting.
that it wasn't a shark. No.
So yeah, I reached out to Colette at TMC and said, you know, this is what I'm trying to
Literally.
do. And said that
A little back
know.
and forth
yeah,
with them.
I thought probably 4 videos you've got in it. Is there an earthquake
fucking
somewhere? Or?
It's fucking Rob.
Rob's whacking his head on the
Run
mic.
over my own headphone lead.
Yeah, you can fucking hear it.
It's going for the good stuff.
How long does it take?
That's it.
How
I'm
long does it
good.
take to change your back, for fuck's sake, Rob?
So
You got to do
so, yeah.
4 videos.
I said I'd do 3 or 4. It's probably going to be 4. I've recorded the next one in the series, which is going to come out on Sunday. The one after that's going to be kind of how you clean out the tank and everything, and then there'll be probably like a summary one of how we've got on with it. Because at the moment the tank is in here with me because it needed to be in a reasonable.
What happens at the
tiny
end? You
room.
just flush them down the bog or something.
Well, at the end of it, they're probably going to go into my daughter's room, which isn't always particularly tidy. So I didn't want to be filming in there.
But they grow into giant like sewer jellies, like attack if you flushed them. I mean, these are pretty hardy jellies.
Jellies. Yeah, they
They
are.
are,
yeah.
yeah.
Teenage
I wonder
Mutant
if they
Ninja
speak the same language in the tanks. 2 from Prague and 2 from somewhere else, wouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah. 2 of them have got a job at FedEx later on in their career.
Joking aside, Steve, does the Cressel tank come with warranty or anything like that? Because that's not too expensive as a gift for someone
Yeah.
or something.
Guaranteed
Yeah.
to break.
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
I don't know. I didn't actually look at it. I mean, I imagine you've got your standard 1-year warranty with anything that you buy retail.
Well, you don't have to. You're sponsored, mate. You get a new one tomorrow.
Yeah.
You have a whole bag of jellyfish tanks. Get them
Give
all.
it to him, Dave. Give it to him, Dave.
I'm surprised you didn't get home some free jellyfish.
Dave's like a chromis, isn't he? They're fucking nasty, those little fuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Jack Russell. Always ready to get your ankles.
You're getting it tonight, Steve.
Come on, bring it on. Bring it on.
I haven't, and it's not been me. You guys always blame
It's
me.
not, no. Drum roll, my Red Sea 4-part is actually fully in ratio at the moment.
Wow.
Okay.
Didn't say anything.
So, what do you think has changed? Do you think your consumption has gone up based on the fucking plethora of corals you have? Or do you think you finally stocked it enough to balance the fucking Red Sea?
Instead of balancing his Red Sea stuff, he brings in coral.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got to take 2 out. It's getting a little low. Put 2 more in.
Yeah.
See, that's exactly how I've done it. I was like, oh, hang a minute. The magnesium's a little bit high. I need to put some more LPS in. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
that magnesium's a bit low. Hold off on the LPS. Just buy SPS.
How long have you been using it, Steve?
8 months.
Thought
6,
you were
8 months.
mixing your own stuff, Steve.
Not yet. I've got everything to start mixing them.
I remember you mentioned it.
Rob's given me a perfect ratio to use, so
Be careful. Just double check it.
The death ratio.
Rob's got a list on what ratio he gives to what people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
League.
Yeah. Depending what column you're on in my spreadsheet.
MP40s connected to an MXM are a bit shit.
Not a brief question.
Oh, go on.
They don't. Anti-sync doesn't work.
Nope.
Hold on. Did you mention this on Aperture Experts by any chance?
Yes.
You can't speak about it. Elisa grassy joke.
Elisa what?
Anytime we mention Aperture, Elisa gets on a high horse and grasses us up. So I haven't mentioned it. So
grasses us up? What?
Yeah. We're not supposed to talk about it.
What does that even fucking mean?
Can't talk about it, Jim.
Grasses you up?
Yeah.
Sticking
Stitches
it
get
in
stitches.
and telling on us.
Every time I mention we've had a software update, she goes mental at me and goes, No, you can't say. We're under awfully. We're not allowed to say.
Sorry.
To be fair,
What are you going
though,
to do? Turn your lights off?
yeah.
What oath? I didn't sign anything. They shouldn't have fucking let me in, I'll tell you that.
I wonder why
Did you see the thread above yours, Steve? It's like L2 shaft broke, and I thought Ron's definitely going to fucking comment on that.
What
Is
were you
Steve-
doing to put so much pressure on your shaft?
Does Steve now have to say all these
Would you-
other products don't work, even though
Yeah.
just not talk
Sponsored
about
by
TMC?
TMC, obviously, yeah.
Well,
How delicate was you when you was cleaning your shaft?
On you go, Steve. Sorry.
I had a pair of Neros in the tank on the MXM module. Did anti-sync perfectly fine. Changed to their like flagship wave maker, don't work.
And have they actually said it?
Well-
It won't work. It's not a thing.
When I commented, they're like, "Oh yeah, it's never worked.
Yeah.
Maybe fix it." Is it that
Fucking hell.
hard?
It's just not been added in, is it? By the sounds of it.
I think I just heard Elisa vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like really it's probably quite a common thing. Sync and anti-sync is probably one of the more common choices that people want to do when they're pairing up multiple MP40s.
That's why I should buy a biz stuff.
You wank. So, Steve,
Wait.
you know, you
Way to do it, Steve.
disconnect them from the MXM and just run them as standard through Mobius.
That's one option, or I could just change back to to Neros. I'm not.
Or
yeah.
what you can do in the setting when you do the programming, you can have it reversed. So you do one side on one setting, and then have it reversed, and then save that on your second one, and it gives it the same thing as anti-sync.
Okay.
You can send Ecotech a bag of dicks too.
You try resetting them.
But it's not Ecotech. It's Neptune. The issues with Neptune.
All Ecotech.
They're the same people, aren't they?
They're the same people.
Well, they are now, but they weren't originally. You know what I mean?
Send them a bag of dicks.
Do you want to
Signed
send me
Jason.
your dick bag supplier, Jason?
No, I can send you some links, buddy. Don't you worry.
Last thing on my list,
Got him in
I-
his favorites.
I I went and I got my ATI, ICP, sorry, that we got at Love to Reef. And I thought, you know what? After having Mark on the live stream talking about harvesting seawater, I'm going to take a little trip down the beach because I live about 2 miles from the beach.
Oh, that's where you got your condoms for your jellyfish tank.
Yeah.
Ah.
And for those of you in the US, 2 miles is 2 miles.
Oh, there's not like a British 2 miles. That's different than like normal 2 miles.
No. And I sent it off. I'm just waiting for it to be tested. It's just taking.
So
a while.
you just scoop it out right on the shoreline, basically.
Yeah, I probably did like worst case. I did it at low tide as well.
Ooh.
That's good. Yeah.
98% dog shit, 2% tampon.
You could just imagine them in the lab going, fucking state of this bloke's tank. Jesus.
Did you mark it as like mixed reef?
That's it, yeah.
I put high-end SPS as the tank.
Yeah, it's a bit like stone heart.
Looking at sample like going, there's fucking jizz in this.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
That's because Steve dribbled some later on and had to top it up. Yeah.
This water's full of semen, literally.
That'll be interesting to see how it comes back.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's been received. They just haven't tested it yet.
Right. Probably broke the machine.
Yeah, we can't read those numbers.
They've tried it and then they've gone, we need to have a look at this machine.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with it.
We're going to forward this onto the forensics lab.
Yep.
Turns out it's that Compedo from earlier.
Oh, very good, my lot. Very good. Yeah, so Bernadette actually said, as soon as you said that, I said, oh, I've been meaning to do this for ages, so we're going to send one away as well.
What's a troon?
That's where we live.
Ron's a Trunian.
In Scotland, that's called a town.
Yes, it is. A village.
They have an anal festival.
Do you get the I can't remember what they use now. What's they use a reference, don't they, for how decent your coastal water is?
Yes, I can't
So
remember.
do you know what yours is, Steve? Is it?
Yes, it's excellent.
Is it?
But all they test for is E. coli and shit.
Right.
Because I've looked at the results.
Quite closely linked.
I was like, hang a minute, there's only 2 things they're testing for. What are they? And I looked at them like, E. coli, right? Okay. And then this other one, I'm like, what's that? And then I Googled it. It's like, commonly found in shit. I'm like, so they're testing for, yes, basically, shit.
On that metric, it's excellent. What about yours, Ron? What do they give your rating?
I've never checked.
Have you not?
No. I mean, excellent sounds like it must be the top, unless there's fucking.
Well, I suppose the fact you have to like push the bodies out the way with a pole to take the sample into the vial kind of gives you an idea. Yeah.
Wading through the severed heads and
soggy bagpipes.
Does it get worse around the anal festival, or like is it just bad all the time?
Jason, the anal festival is not in Troon.
It doesn't matter.
We don't have canals here. The anal festival is in Kirkintilloch.
See?
I've never missed it then.
Invasive otherwise.
Ron, I've got a screen at the bottom.
We can draw a penis.
It doesn't go to Scotland.
Oh, you have no coast.
We do not accept you as a piece of land.
Yes.
That's it.
So you can go up here and see they're getting a good, good rating.
Oh yeah, intestinal E. coli. That said, nice.
Yeah. So if I go over here, this is the test here, and I think you actually get. Oh, there you go. Here's the results. So that's what they test for. In 2023, there was a little bit more shit in the sea than normal.
Shit, yeah.
So we took your holidays.
Everyone will be at home taking shits.
Is that around about Christmas dinner time? Just saying.
Some rotten grannies falling in there.
What the fuck? Rotten grannies.
The dating pool for Rob.
Oh, no, it's really interesting. I'm definitely going to do that. Definitely gonna do that. We had one of the worst polluted beaches in the UK for a while, very close to us. Yeah, it turns out that the pipe that the shit was getting pumped through wasn't quite long enough.
Thank God there's not 33 million people.
You're right, Jim. You're right. It was just coming straight back onto the beach. Because I remember as a kid going down there with my gran, and my gran always saying, "Stay out of that. Stay out of that." I'm playing
full
with
of-
the little...
Is it full of like iron brew and half-eaten battered pizzas?
and a lot of dead jellyfish. We get the massive big jellyfish that are like almost a foot thick, and you always find a kid standing throwing bricks at it.
Do the haggis live near the sea, or are they more coastal, in coastal?
They're the
hills, don't they?
Portuguese man of haggis.
I'd order that menu.
Yeah. So Harry uses natural seawaters, doesn't he?
Yes.
So does that come from local to you or not?
I think it's all harvested somewhere down near Devon.
Oh shit! Oh, okay, oh, it's miles away.
And then it's pumped into great big tankers and then shipped further north. Then,
yeah. And I know when Mark
when I
was
worked
on,
at Radical, we used to get it from Cornwall.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere down that way. Like I say, I don't know exactly where they have, but I think they go quite a long way out when they harvest it as well.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark's in Wales, is it?
Yeah, so it's Cardigan Bay he goes to suck his out. Children, come on.
You can't say that on here.
I just had a man in a cardigan sucking, basically. That's all I heard.
It'd be interesting for Joe to do an ICP from, I don't know how close to the coast he is, but Joe, could you do that?
Pictures is right on coast in Elgin. Elgin's
Is that East Coast?
Yes, you can certainly
North
tell by
East.
his accent.
Well, I can't, can I?
It just sounds like a jock, if you ask me.
Exactly.
You
Thank
don't
you.
sound like the
Yeah, no worries, Rob.
He's north of Watford.
You can't say
Watford.
you can't say he sounds like a fucking jock. Are you telling me and Joe sound the same?
Identical, mate.
You can say
If
the
you-
number.
Identical.
No, he couldn't. He's just doing that deliberately.
Yeah.
He was putting quite a bit of effort to talk very politely, and he totally admitted it on Steve's stream. He says, "No, do a fuck talk like this. No."
He was doing posh Scottish.
Yes.
Well, his missus is Yorkshire, so he's got like both of them mixing it together, haven't they?
Hope I don't have children.
It's about out there, Rob.
It's a little bit harsh.
He's like, oh, fuck, I just said that live.
I was going to say, that was a multiple insult from one statement.
The fucking whiskey talking, Rob.
Is,
I hope you can't have kids, people.
I didn't say that. I can't fucking talk.
Just hope they're mute and they don't talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rama. It's like somebody saying Rama sounds like Jason. There you go. That's how different we sound.
Yes.
Rama
And
sounds
Wanda has
nothing like
said, "You do though, Rama."
Jason, Rama don't even begin with a J.
Listen, we are dangerously close to 3 hours. Just want to fucking make it 3 hours. Will we stay on for another 10 minutes?
How did that even
Yeah,
happen?
I've got loads more to talk about.
I'll have loads more
TMC products.
because I've
He's
got
got
more
a
to talk
PowerPoint
I could talk
with
about
like
the corals I
ratings of
delivered.
TMC products.
Oh, go for it. Rob wants to talk about the corals he got.
I've used the same fucking bloke for several deliveries. I don't know why I keep going back. The service is fucking appalling.
Excuse me. Does everyone give you fucking greetings cards, Rob?
I wish I had it. Left it in the fish room.
You said you were going to send me a box about 4 months ago, and I've never ever.
Fuck, did I actually say that?
Yeah. Because I said I'll come pick them up, and you went, no, fuck off.
You're not welcome.
Yeah.
Your ankle bracelet will not allow you to come that close.
I don't have that anymore. I've just got a...
Nice phrase. Oh dear. Yeah, so I've got a living Bill. What's it called? I was going to say Bill's bollocks.
Bill's bollocks, we called it because it just kept on fucking dying. So I think
I've run out of Coke, so I could.
I was about to say you're just going straight in.
Yeah, straight into the Scots now. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. What was I talking about?
There was bollocks or something.
Yeah, Alzheimer's has kicked in.
I want to talk. I want to talk. I don't know what I want to fucking talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, so the corals are good. I don't know what I was going to say.
So you dip them the same. They're in the same water. You did nothing different.
Yeah, because the box before, yeah, that's right. Yeah, 4 died fucking instantly.
Oh, Pearlberry was dying.
I've never had corals die so fucking fast in the decade I've been in doing this. They just went in.
What the fuck?
So the Pearlberry I sent you last time was just so stupid. It was like
it was big.
It was pretty.
Yeah, plunge size.
Is that when you reminded them?
No, someone walking up the driveway.
Oh.
Send the parrot out for him.
Was that Rodney coming to see you?
No.
Rodney has not arrived.
Rodney's arrived. Yeah.
Nick.
Been sent by FedEx, got lost in the post. Rodney's in the box. I'm still alive! I'm still alive!
That was fucking terrifying.
Fucking hell.
Much whiskey you got left, Rob?
Yeah. Not a lot. Yeah, so those calls died very fast. So they went in the morning. I don't know what. Got the box about 11. They look. Some of them look shit when they come out the bag, like that big Pearlberry. I was like, don't look good.
Smelled
right
as well.
Yeah, the bag smelled like death. And then what was that? 6 hours later, fucking bone white. Just 4 of them just stripped completely.
And I sent the temperature data logger with that, and it didn't drop below 23, did it?
No, temperature looked good.
So it definitely wasn't a low temperature thing, and we didn't see any spikes either.
No, the temperature was good. Yeah, it was pretty consistent, wasn't it, for the whole
pretty solid
hours of work.
So what was it?
What killed them? We reckon it's the corals are too big, the bags were too small, and the great big chunky carbon I was putting in, I reckon, has been doing something. Because a small bag, if you think about a bag the size of that glass with a coral like fucking that size in it, and a chunk of carbon that size in it for 24 hours, it's probably pulling a lot of stuff out of that water. I have no evidence to suggest that's what's happened. I didn't. Maybe we should test water post shipping in a bag.
That'd be interesting.
Maybe.
What about trying to identify the problem with the carbon by testing the water before and then putting carbon in it, leaving it for the time period it would have traveled for, and then testing the water afterwards to see if there's a difference?
Yeah, I could definitely. I mean, I said to Bernadette one day, I says, I'm just going to box up some corals that I've got loads of and just use them as basically canaries. Sit the box somewhere as if it's in a van. I mean, sellotape it all up and put a heat pack in and do everything I normally do and just do a test. But that's, I'm now talking myself into it. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to test water.
Well, I mean, if you're not using the carbon anymore, it's relevant, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
The problem with that is you're lacking the movement of it being moved and the damage that could be caused by that. And strange as it may be, the difference in atmospheric pressure as we're moving up and down the country from the different levels of sea level.
So what I'll do then is, Rob, I will post you more corals and I'll stick an ICP. I'll stick an ICP in the box if you don't mind taking some water out of one of the bags.
I think Steve raised his hand. Yeah. You could post him some more corals.
My tank's empty.
It's like I've got a whole new frag rack.
Steve's getting corals for his new tank, but he needs to wait. He needs to be a good boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about me?
what about me?
You're getting
Got a new
fuck all
frag
to you
rack
cycled
ready.
300 miles, Lee.
Fuck you.
What is that, Steve?
I've
That's a
done nearly
frag
100.
rack.
It's a frag rack, yeah.
Oh, you mean you've got space on the frag rack?
Yeah, I've got a frag rack just ready for it.
I mean, it needs to be in the tank.
It's got that second tank that's empty with correllators in it. It can put stuff in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, the problem with this idea is obviously I'm no longer shipping with carbon, and the last 7 boxes I've sent out, every single coral has survived and it's been absolutely perfect. So I don't know why I'm now trying to fuck with something that I've actually solved. It would be interesting to find out what it was that was doing it.
I think if you do it, at least then it'll, for you, solidify what the cause was, whether it was the carbon or not the carbon, and then that'll be the nail in that coffin. You could be like, okay, I know what it is now. Nail on the head. Done.
Why did you go with the carbon? Have someone else used carbon, or did someone suggest it?
So almost every other coral delivery I've ever had has had carbon in the bag, right? But how do I describe it? So I'm using like chunky carbon, which is plump spaghetti in diameter, right? But the carbon I have received from coral vendors online has been like, I can only describe it as the Red Sea carbon. So it's like vermicelli, really, really fine bits of carbon. So I've definitely been over egging the carbon, I think, in my opinion, right? But the most interesting thing about buying on online vendors, so I've bought from Signature Frags, I've bought from mail order corals, and
Steve's got some TMC.
So what is that one bit?
No.
Steve, I need to see one bit. You're just fucking that all over your desk now. That's pretty chunky. And is that what you found in your
that's like the
coral?
diameter of a thick
Is that
spaghetti.
Red Sea stuff?
Piece of plump spaghetti, Jim.
Yeah.
Not
The new
linguine,
measuring tool. Plump spaghetti.
Niles. Oh, okay.
Niles stuff, that one.
Okay, and if
That's
you
a big
found
one.
carbon of that size in corals that have been shipped to you?
That's the only carbon I've ever seen in corals that have been shipped to me.
Interesting.
How do you know that's the carbon?
Because of the shape.
I asked it.
I think the Nios carbon in this country is a particular shape, while everyone else's is like granulated.
It's the only one that looks like that.
Yeah.
The last one you held up looked like a fucking cinder.
Yeah,
charcoal.
it's been
fucking
formed
huge.
Have you seen Toonsy carbon? Because it's almost identical to that. Very few people use it. I think it's mostly wholesale and it's for shops because you buy it in huge big buckets.
I think that's what Steve's been getting.
Those Signature Frags shit with carbon. I don't remember carbon.
Specific varieties of acroporas, I seem to remember there being, not them all. So if I bought 10 corals or something, maybe 3 or 4 of them would have it in it. So I don't know whether Christians worked out certain
That's
species
interesting,
give off toxins within the bag. It would be an interesting conversation to have. But I mean, I'm now getting a 100% success rate without it, so I am not using it.
Yeah.
So why did I put it in the bag? Because other
Like
people
fucking
did it.
TMC right there.
Yeah.
You guys should get together on that one.
Yeah, we could collaborate.
100%.
100% success.
Steve might be
Anyway,
able to fucking coordinate that shit with you.
Yeah, let's chat, Steve. I'm sure they would love to have me aboard the burning ship.
I did actually ask them if they'd be interested in doing some work with you, and they were very interested to talk to you, actually. Joking aside, I didn't mention your name, but they were very interested.
He just said the funniest coral farmer, and they knew right away.
Yeah.
In Scotland. They said,
In
that's what
the
they said.
world.
In Scotland? He said the funniest coral farmer. In Scotland?
See, in all seriousness, before we wrap up, I would like to speak to somebody at TMC about my past experience with the electronics and how I was actually treated. I'd like to hear their opinion on it, because I'm pretty sure you mentioned it to somebody, Steve, and the reply was, I am so embarrassed to hear that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they looked horrified when I told them your experience.
Yeah.
When I was at the Reef Summit, they were mortified by it. So
Wow.
Yeah,
another one. They thought.
Well, yeah. You'd have thought they'd heard it so much that they'd know about it.
No, they know about
Steve's
it.
not going to be allowed on anymore. They're going to say no more.
Yeah,
No more.
They probably had a meeting after going, what's that Scotch prick done with our fucking stuff?
I just love how quietly Dave went, oh, they know about it.
They know about it.
Oh, Tom's nodding as well. Yeah, you know. Yeah,
2 heaters instantly. Fucking kaput. Shit.
yeah, it's
2
just
out of 2.
electronics. It's electronics for me. That's all I can say. Yeah. I have one return pump still working.
That's in the 100%.
Except because you're not using it.
No, it's because I never switch it off. When I do a water change, and it
I'm
almost
sure
runs
he's going to say
dry.
I never switched it on.
I've got the AI version of their compact pumps, and funnily enough, just like you said, if I don't fuck with it, it works fine. But if I fuck with it, fucking thing goes haywire.
Yes.
Whether it works or not, don't fucking know.
If I clean it, or if I switch it off, or I even it's got the feed mode button on it.
Yep. If I touch any of that, fucked.
Yes. If you just leave it pumping water, it pumps water.
Don't get it with Jabbar, do you?
No.
Yeah, but you don't get any Wi-Fi.
I was going to say, hack your Wi-Fi, don't I?
Yeah.
Don't
Just get the
set
sparks
Gem off.
externally.
Don't set Gem off.
American version versus the Jacquard version. I don't know.
It was interesting hearing Leonardo talk about he runs his entire farm on JBO. The entire thing.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah.
5 bars in J-Bow.
What was it Dong said? He said, I don't actually agree with what Dong actually said, which is, I'll just throw it in the bin and I'll buy another one, right? That's a society thing that I think is a little bit wrong with the planet right now. But then you look at Red Dragons, right? And I'm not having a dig at Tom, but let's talk about Alan, right? Whose roller filter, right, this week has broken, and is it his that's broken 2 or 3 times, or is it yours?
3 times.
It was broken when he got it. When it was delivered, it was broken.
Who's it made by?
Royal exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Mine was by X-Built and they arrived broken. And now they don't exist anymore.
No.
Alan, has he got the one with the weird float switch on it? Yeah.
Wouldn't have a clue.
I think there has to be a balance. If you're going to pay so much more for a brand and it's going to break more than a cheaper one, then I mean, what are you supposed to do? I know the after sales and stuff is incredible from certain companies. Obviously, Exodus here have been incredible for me personally. But in Royal thing,
break in the first place, though, should it really?
Yeah.
Not when you're paying like $5,000 for a sump.
It's a bit shitty.
No more.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is fucking extortionately expensive, really, that stuff.
Yeah.
Nice to know. I've got one.
And how many times is yours broken?
Mine. Touch wood. 4 years in, it's been as good as gold.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know you.
I can just see next week's update now.
Didn't you have to glue something back on it, Rob?
Yeah.
Oh, the shaft broke. Yeah, it did.
Well,
snap.
fucking the shaft broke, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh, hold on, 100% of the time, or
That was
You're
like
fucked with a
100%
broken
never-
shaft.
I forgot about
100%
that, yeah.
never failed.
3 years in.
Rob's got that Chinese fucking scale
isn't
going.
it?
Yeah.
Well, I've been hacked by the fucking Chinese. They brainwashed me. Yeah, so
No one
that,
likes a broken shaft, mate.
the shaft broke. Yeah, I mean, I would be first to admit I bought Royal exclusive stuff because I thought, and the skimmer, the bubble king, because I'm struggling. Because I just wanted to buy shit and just not have to worry about it for like a decade.
Yeah,
and that is not the case.
Should have went TMC.
Yeah, at least you fucking know it's going to break.
Steve's asleep, bless him.
It's like the opposite, isn't it? Well, guaranteed to fail.
I'm pretty sure they designed them to fail when the warranty ends so that you go the next day to buy it again.
Yeah,
Don't
probably.
fucking matter. Mine failed within the warranty period, and they wouldn't fucking even warrant it. It's ridiculous.
I
How
think
does that work?
before we go down a rabbit hole that ends in losses, I think we'll wrap it up. I have had such a fucking good time. It's been absolutely amazing. I cannot thank the people on screen enough for clearing this amount of time on a Saturday night. And thank you to all of your partners, if you're lucky enough to have one. Sorry, Dave. For allowing.
I'm with you, Dave. I'm around too.
Jesus. He's still got his right hand.
I'm sensible, Ron. You
Yes.
remember that?
Yes,
I
you
have.
are.
What, Mr. Palmer and 5 little daughters.
Listen, I just really appreciate everyone's time and coming in and talking shit. And thank you so much for the people that have been in comments as well. We will get another one booked in. Hopefully not as long next time. We do have tank tours coming up.
Did
So
you not
it's
say they were
time to-
asking for 4 hours in the chat?
Yeah, we're not doing Necklace shit. Definitely not. We're definitely not. So, last thing before we wrap up, sent another nearly $60 to the Great Barrier Reef Foundation. Thank you so much, everyone who bought merch. I bought the new logo T-shirt as well, so I've sent a wee donation over as well. Steve,
Ron,
when you go.
Can I just say a huge thank you to everyone who supported me on the cycling thing? I've managed to raise £395, so
That's
thank
amazing.
you very, very much, everyone.
Amazing.
I'd set a limit of 200, so I was blown away because that was done with it first day.
Well, just
So
try and
thank
stay
you,
out the
everyone.
bushes. Lee.
I'm gonna try aim for different types of bushes from now on.
Ooh.
Like coral bush.
Not going there. Not going there. Not going there. Liam, did I see you're at 95 signatures?
95.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, everybody.
Just quickly throw that back up here while we're doing the wrap up. And lastly, Steve, you have Jamie Reef and Teeth on your stream this coming Wednesday.
I do, yes.
That will be amazing.
Very good.
I've been getting things a bit better organised, and I've got a few guests lined up for the next few weeks, rather than leaving it to like 3 days beforehand and then going, I don't have anyone.
Coming on the Discord. Anyone want to be on this Wednesday? Absolutely brilliant. No, I'm looking forward to that one. He's a really, really good lad. And I'm really
looking forward
excited
to
to see what he does with that tank. Anyway, until next time, everybody, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm sure there will be more to come. We appreciate every last one of you. Hit like and subscribe, it's the least you can do. Salty Banter Live. Tune in next time so the channel can thrive. Join the Discord channel for more fun and games. Beware, we might call you some outrageous names. Oh, and one last thing, just in case you didn't like it, you can just fuck right off and suck a huge big dick.